on Game Night, Lincoln, Aaron, Nikki, and Kevin will play Eldritch Horror with the Under the Pyramids expansion, a game for 1 to 8 brave investigators, published by Fantasy Flight, and designed by Corey Konieczka and Nikki Valens. So join us as we journey through the sands of Egypt and the heart of Africa and try to save the world without going insane.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you tell us about Eldritch Horror Under the Pyramids?
I will. I'll mostly tell you about Eldritch Horror first, and then tack on the Under the Pyramid stuff right at the end.
Cool.
Eldritch Horror is a somewhat of a re-implementation of Arkham Horror. So if you have played that game, you'll be familiar with the broad structure and quite a bit of the way that this one works. I would call them sister games. They're not exactly the same. And I'll try not to do too much compare and contrast, but they're very related systems. And just like Arkham Horror, Eldritch Horror has 4 big box expansions and 4 small box expansion. So the scariest thing about the game is you could spend $300 on collecting the whole set.
What?
Yeah, or more. Depends. But you know, this is just the base game and 1 big box expansion. And it's a really cool thematic Egyptian, mystery with a museum heist and an Egyptian god and everything. So this is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft and the Cthulhu mythos, like a lot of board games are, because that's a free IP that anybody can use. But it's also a very rich horror, place to set a fun game in. And it's not really that scary like we made it seem. It's just a horror setting.
Damn it.
So, we are investigators, and there is a big evil god trying to, in some way, destroy or take over the world, and we're going to try and stop him, or at least not go crazy and dead, trying to somehow resist his evil plot.
That sounds slightly scary. So
it is kind of scary. The game itself won't,
All right.
Your underwear is safe. It will not be soiled by the text
Who wears
on the
underwear
cards.
for these things?
All right, so we have done a lot of the setup here ourselves off camera. We'll go over and double check a little bit before we begin, but each of us has an investigator here with our skills and special abilities that we will clarify or go around the table and read before we start. This is the main board game board. This is the sideboard that comes with Under the Pyramids, and we'll go over and explain what these spaces and paths mean. As you can see, there's a lot of bits and cards and components to a game in here, and keep in mind we're only using 1 of the 8 expansions. Every investigator here has health and sanity, which are essentially our hit points as we go around and get into trouble and fight things and have encounters. And if you ever get down to 0 health, you are crippled, or 0 sanity, you are insane. And that's bad, but it doesn't lose the game for you. These are our investigators, these tokens here. If you have played this game already, you know that you're supposed to have this investigator standing up vertically, but we feel like for on camera, it'll be a little more easy to see here laying down flat. So these are our starting spaces. So this is the entire world. We have certain major cities around the world represented, as well as some wilderness spaces and some sort of just non-important numbered spaces around the world.
Bermuda Triangle.
That mysterious and creepy things can happen on. Up here at the top, we have the Doom track, which in this particular scenario starts at 15. If it ever gets to 0, the Ancient One, the evil god, awakens, and we go to the end game, which is harder to win than the normal way of ending the game. This is the Omen track, which will have certain effects during the game. And this, as I said, is the sideboard of Egypt and Africa, which contains some more locations. Now, how do we win this game? Every Ancient One, and in this case, to fully get the effect of this expansion, we are using Nephren-Ka, the Dark Pharaoh, has a different set of mysteries, and these are cards of which we need to solve 3 mysteries. They're essentially quests or different things that'll tell us certain steps to take. If we solve 3 mysteries, we win the game. They won't be easy, as you can guess. If we reach 0 on the Doom track and the Ancient One flips over, there's a final mystery on the back of his card, which is even harder to win, and we have to also complete that to win the game.
3 and?
3 and.
Okay.
So ideally we want to do this before that reaches 0. Usually once he flips over to essentially start the end game, our characters can be fully eliminated from the game, and if we're ever all eliminated, we have lost the game as well. That's another way to lose. The last way to lose the game, and you can tell when this is coming, is if the Mythos deck, this is essentially our game clock, if we ever have to draw one of these cards and there are none left, we lose the game. We draw one of these at the end of every round, but usually the game will have sped along towards the end before we get there, ideally. So, we've assigned an investigator to each player. You can do that randomly or pick as you like. We've just sort of spread out a good amount of abilities and roles between the group. Every investigator has skills on their character sheet, and we will describe how to roll dice and test skills. But here's how a game turn will go. Lincoln, you are the start player, as we randomly determined off camera, and each turn has the following 3 phases. The action phase, where each of us will take 2 actions, starting with the start player. The encounter phase, where we will then encounter something on the space that we're on. And then the mythos phase, where essentially we just read, or Lincoln, the start player, each lead investigator as it goes around the table, reads the mythos card, and that has several effects on the state of the game. So here are the actions you can take. And again, Lincoln, you'll take 2 actions, then Kevin will take 2 actions, then me, then Nikki.
And so on, and so on.
And these are the actions. You always take 2. You can never take the same action twice during a turn. The first action is pretty simple, and it's move. Lincoln, you are this guy, so you start here at the pyramids. This is an uncharted path, this yellow dotted line. We also have ship paths, the white line, and train paths, the sort of train track looking line. You can always move 1 space as a move action, any type of line. That is your move. Then if you have a train ticket or a ship ticket or both, you're only allowed to keep 2 of these, so you would never have more than 2 in most situations. You may move additional spaces by spending these. For instance, you could spend a ship token to move an additional along this white ship line, and you would toss out that ticket. So you could string together up to 3 spaces if you went, any one path, then a ship or a train, or 2 trains or 2 ships, depending on what types of tokens or tickets you had to spend. All right? So it's always 1, and then a second and or third if you have tickets to spend. That's a move action.
Can you do 2 ship ones?
If you have the appropriate tickets, yes.
Okay.
You can do 2 ships or 2 trains. Or really, you could do 3 ships, right? The first one doesn't cost you anything. It's just your action.
Right.
Then the second ones, if you had ship tokens, yes. The next type of action you can take is also related to travel, and it's how you get these tickets. If you are on a space that connects to a white line, a ship route, you can take a ship ticket. This is essentially preparing for travel. In fact, that's what it's called, prepare for travel. Knowing that you might want to move a fair distance by ship later, your action can just be, I'm taking one of these ship tickets to prepare for later travel, or I'm taking a train ticket. But you have to be connected, you have to be on a space that's connected to a train ticket.
Okay.
Out here in the middle of the ocean, they don't sell train tickets, right?
They do sell sea tickets, though?
Here at the pyramids, well, they do, because you're on a boat. You can buy it from the captain. I'm sorry, here, in Indonesia, they don't sell train tickets because there's no train tracks there. That's the prepare for travel action. You essentially just take 1 ticket, but you have to be connected to the right type of travel.
Pre-internet. That's what's going on here.
It is, yeah.
Can you buy those online? So I have one travel-related question.
Go for it.
So if I've used, let's say, my train ticket and I've ended up somewhere where there's also an uncharted route, can I then take that route, or do you have to start with that?
You need to start with that because there is no ticket that will get you hacking through the wilderness of the uncharted path.
Okay.
You ideally want that to be your first
So you must have a ticket to make your first run?
Nope, you never need a ticket for your
On
first
your first
run.
run, okay.
But since there is no ticket that corresponds to this, it just can never be your second or third move for the turn.
But if you're hiring guides.
Well, I mean, you pay them, but it's a rough journey. All right, the next type of action you can take is very simple. It's rest, and it's a way to recover some sanity and health if you've had some damage from an encounter or a monster. We haven't even gotten to the monsters yet. But if you want to repair a little damage, you can rest, and that's one of your 2 actions. You cannot have a monster in the same space as you when you rest. That's far too stressful.
Just give me a second here. I'm just going to take a little nap.
But if you rest in any other type of space, you just take 1 sanity and 1 stamina of repair. Listed on your character sheet is your maximum normal sanity and stamina, so you can't rest to go back above that.
Yeah.
But you can essentially repair damage. The next type of action you can take is acquire assets, and this is how you buy equipment. This down here is the reserve. It has 4 random items off the top of the item deck. It always has a bank loan here available. To buy one of these items or acquire the bank loan, you have to make an influence check, and I will come back to that when I explain skill checks. But you simply pick one of these items, and if you pass the check, you acquire it. You can buy a gun, you can buy a magic item, you can buy armor, lantern, whatever it is. It's 1 item. If you don't acquire one of these items, you failed the check, or you really don't like one of them, you can choose one of them to discard and replace it with a new one off the top of the item deck. Most of the time you're trying to get one of them though. The bank loan is always available. It is, if you have trouble with influence checks and you don't think you can pass the test to get one of these, you take the bank loan, it's a special card, and it essentially gives you free successes on your next check. So you have to spend more actions and you get a debt card, but if you really need to, you're not going to get that golden shotgun any other way or something, you might want to take a bank loan. That's always free. Available. Again, that action can only be taken in a city. You cannot buy things at the store in the Amazon jungle, you know.
Not yet.
Shaman might be selling
Jeff
something.
Bezos hasn't set up shop yet.
The next action, the next action you can take is trade, and I may not have mentioned this clearly, but we're all on the same side. It's all of us against the bad monsters and evil gods. This is a co-op game, so if it turns out that that golden shotgun or whatever is best in Lincoln's hands to kill things with, if we're on the same space as another investigator, you can just swap items.
Oh.
One of you has to take the action. You can trade as many items or clues or other things that you have between investigators. Can be very useful when you need to load somebody up with weapons or something like that. And speaking of items and cards, the last type of action you can take is called a component action, and it's essentially an action that will be on a card that you have. If you have a character card that says action, you may do this, or your weapon says action, do this, or you have any sort of thing that you gain during the game might have a special action on it. If it says action in bold, that's an action you can take. So again, we all take 2 actions. You can never take the same action twice. That's the action phase. Then the encounter phase, again in player order, we go around and have an encounter on our space. A lot of times this will be encountering the space that you're on. These color-coded regions of the board, the green cards here have spaces for, encounter text for
North
Arkham
America.
and San Francisco in North America and Buenos Aires in South America. The purple cards have Asia and Australia. The orange ones have Europe. These black cards have these minor cities around the board, and the sea spaces and the green spaces in the wilderness, so basically all the smaller miscellaneous spaces. And I'll get to the expansion specific stuff, but there are a specific deck of cards for that board as well. Actually, 2 specific decks of cards for that. So if you're encountering the space that you're on, you would draw that card. For instance, if I was here at the bent pyramid and read that text, it'll tell you what happens. It could be good or bad. It could require you to make a skill check. This is a game of see what happens and do what the card says most of the time. It could give you items. It could cause a monster. It could cause something good. It could cause something bad. It's a sort of random encounter all the time kind of thing. But every card is divided into 3 areas, and you read the area for the space that you're in. If there is a monster on your space, here's a monster that we haven't encountered yet, but you must encounter the monster first before you get to the space or any other type of encounter. Generally, this will be a combat. I'll come back to that in a moment. If you defeat or otherwise deal with the monster and he's no longer on the space, then you get to go on and either draw a card or have another type of encounter. The other type of encounter we will have most often, besides encountering the space that we're on or the monsters that we are fighting, is a research encounter. And that is when we're trying to pick up a clue from the space that we're on. Like I said, we're all investigators and we're trying to solve this mystery of how to stop the big evil from destroying the world. So clues are our big weapon to try and do that generally. If you go to a space with a clue, and we'll be doing this throughout the entire game, you have to have a research encounter to try and obtain that clue. There's a whole separate deck for that. You just flip it over and you read the type of space that you're on. Either a city, a wilderness space, green, or a sea space, blue. And you have to, again, generally pass a test or do something to obtain that clue. And if you do, you just keep the clue with you. I'll tell you the ways you can use clues, but they're very important weapons in our fight to win this game. So we've all done our 2 actions. We've all had an encounter. Maybe we've got good or bad things happening because of that. And then we flip over the top card of the Mythos deck. This deck is specifically built according to the Ancient One sheet to be a little easy at the beginning and quite a bit harder at the end. So we never shuffle or reorder this deck. And I'm going to use some sample cards instead of showing you what the game is really going to have in store for us. But when you flip over a Mythos card, you essentially just read it top to bottom, and these are what the symbols on it mean. The first symbol that may or may not be there is the Omen track, and if that symbol appears, you move this disc clockwise. So if Kevin moved it to that blue symbol, we would check if any open gates had that symbol. We don't even have any gates yet because we haven't finished setting up everything. If gates match that symbol, we move the Doom track forward 1 for every symbol that matches. So open gates are a bad thing. We'll come back to that. This, by the way, is called Advancing Doom, and this is called Retreating Doom. If it goes this way, that's good for us, and it advances it sort of staves off the evil progression of the game. It's much more common for it to advance towards the end of the game. The next symbol that could appear on the card is this red Reckoning symbol. Certain cards, including the Ancient One, which I'll tell you about in just a second, may have this symbol, and that's when certain things will happen. So if we flipped over a Mythos card that has this symbol, in this case, 2 things happen. Number 1, because this is the Dark Pharaoh, we all must advance a space towards the Bent Pyramid space or lose a sanity for resisting that call. The call of the Dark Pharaoh towards us, we all must go to Egypt. There might be other cards in play that have that Reckoning symbol, and we would have to process their effect, whatever it is. The other effect that he has is if you're on a space with one of his cultists, you immediately lose a health or sanity. So those are bad effects that may happen when the Reckoning symbol comes.
Nice.
The next symbol is the Gate symbol, and that would be these. We would flip over one and place it where it says. Those are, as we now know, bad because every time that symbol comes up, the Doom track will advance. I will explain shortly how to close those and stop that from happening. This symbol, this sort of brown symbol with tentacles on it, is a Monster Surge. If there are any gates that match the current symbol on the Omen track, then each of those gates gets the correct number of monsters. In our 4-player game, it's actually 2 monsters per each gate. If there are no gates that match that, another gate opens up. The next symbol that may or may not appear is the Magnifying Glass. That's actually sort of good for us because it means spawn a clue. We look at a clue, it tells us a space on the board. In this case, it's number 15. It might also say a city or the heart of Africa or whatever the name of a space is, and we just place it there. That is good because, as I said, we can go get encounters to go pick those up. And the last couple things that could be on a Mythos card are a rumor, which is a very detailed and dangerous type of mythos card. It'll tell you where to put the rumor token and what you have to do to pass or fail that rumor. They can be very dangerous and cause you to even lose the game if you don't do them right. And they might tell you to place certain tokens, these Eldritch tokens out there to mark something.
I heard a rumor.
Then the last part of this card is the event or text, if there is any, down here at the bottom. And that just might be something simple like place a cultist monster, or you all lose a sanity, or someone gets an item. So those are all the things that can be on a mythos card, and we just read them from top to bottom. And then we are done with the turn. And we pass the lead investigator token, which we're just going to probably always call the start player token. One cool strategic thing about this game is you can actually pass it to the player of your choice. Unlike a lot of games where it just goes clockwise around the table, that could be important. For instance, if you want me to move first because I have to get to Nikki's space and give her my weapons so then she can go fight whatever monster, you can strategize that a little bit. So you can choose who becomes the start player.
So that's like a group discussion that all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not that important, sometimes it is, but so if someone needs to get somewhere for a certain thing to happen first, you can choose. Or it could just be Lincoln every time if it doesn't matter at all.
No way.
Right. This guy's going to get us killed.
Hey, it's Monterey Jack, man.
I'm going to explain skill checks very briefly. They will happen a lot during the game. Let's look at Nikki's character real quick.
Okay.
She has lore 3. That's the first skill on everybody's skill sheet, character sheet, and it's the purple book icon. That means in most lore checks, if a card tells her to make a lore check, she rolls 3 dice into our dice tray there. And you're always looking for 5s and 6s. Ooh. She got 1 success on that lore check.
Nice.
Generally, that's enough to pass the lore check. Okay. That she passed that skill check. But if it was a strength check, she only rolls 1 die. And so on a 5 or 6, she passes, and on a 1 to 4, she fails. That's how you make a skill check. A lot of times you'll have a weapon or an item that will give you more dice. Yep. One thing you can do with clues, although generally I don't recommend this unless it's a super critical check, is use it to re-roll a die. Clues are very important. For a general combat against a zombie or a cultist or something like that, that's kind of a waste of a clue. But if it's, if it's the combat that makes the difference on whether we get to a very critical rumor or something, it might be worth it. So if Nikki had rolled 3 dice for a very critical check and failed them all, she could spend a clue to re-roll 1 die, depending on any special rules. But it might be worth it in any certain situation. There are ways to improve certain skills. So if Nikki had an encounter that improved her will skill to 3 instead of 2, she would take a little token that just increases her will.
Will to skill.
There's tokens for each one. There's also tokens that will degrade or impair your skill. Oh. We'll just deal with that when it comes up. It's pretty clear from the encounter text. Combat with a monster is a type of skill check. Monsters will have, I'll use my sample monster down here. Most monsters will generally have a horror rating where you make a will check, and then a combat rating where you make a strength check. We will deal with that when we come to our first combat, but that's generally what they'll have. Okay. Your will first and then your strength after that. Nephrin Ka, the Dark Pharaoh, because he's an Egyptian, spell guy, his cultists actually have lore in place of their strength combat. So you need actually lore to deal with them a little more than strength in this game. Okay. And that sort of brings us into our Egypt board, our expansion board for Under the Pyramids, and some things that are different from the base game. So we have this sideboard of new locations that we can go to. How do we get to them? It tells us right here that the pyramids are adjacent to these spaces here where there are dotted lines. So Lincoln's character starts here and can actually just travel to these spaces from the pyramids. It tells you space 17, which is over here in India. You could take a train to Cairo.
Okay.
So you just sort of have to remember that Cairo is adjacent here, but it says it on the board. The Heart of Africa space is also adjacent to the Nile River. And space 10 over here in Africa is adjacent to the Sahara Desert.
Space 10
So
is
once
so
you
thematic.
make that move, you're here on this board, you're drawing these encounter cards, and you have special movement here. There's one new type of path that I did not explain because it only exists on this board, and that's a local path, this green dotted line.
Okay.
It's a free movement. It does not cost an action. So even if you did not take an action, a move action during your turn, you could still move from Alexandria back to the pyramids, or the Bent Pyramid back to the pyramids, or Cairo to the pyramids, etc. So you essentially can take a free move on this board along one of these green dotted lines, and then still take your other 2 actions if you wanted to.
So these are called what?
This is
Uncharted.
called Uncharted Path.
Okay, and those are local
These are
paths.
local paths.
Okay.
But you notice there is an Uncharted Path here,
Yes.
and there is a couple train paths there.
Those are train paths?
The white ones. You're right, there's C. I'm sorry. I totally misspoke that. There are C paths from Cairo to 17 and from Tel Amarna to the Nile River.
Good thing you could see that.
Good thing you saw.
Sorry.
There are special encounters here for this red zone and this gray zone. These are new encounter cards. We are almost ready to roll, and before we get going and explain one more thing, I will just go through the setup. Like I said, we did most of it already off camera, but I'm just going to go through so everybody knows these are the pre-game steps that you do. We've placed the game board. We've organized all of our tokens. We've chosen and placed our player investigators. We've received our starting possessions, health and sanity. We will go through and name our starting possessions and read our special skills right before we start. We determined the Ancient One. Again, it's Neferin Ka, and he's specific to our Under the Pyramids expansion. His special setup as part of this expansion includes a mystery. This is a new thing in this expansion, didn't exist in the base game. It includes setting aside these 3 monsters, which would normally be in the monster cup.
The monster.
It's almost never really a cup. It's usually a bag or a bowl or the box lid or something, but the rules refer to it as a monster cup, and Nikki's going to be in charge of drawing monsters out of there when we need them. But there's a few special Egyptian ones set aside during his setup. We've put all the rest of the monsters into the cup. We've separated all our decks, including these new expansion encounter decks. We've built the Mythos deck. Each Ancient One tells you how many cards to put in the first third, middle third, and bottom third of the deck. I'm glad we double-checked this because the Doom is actually supposed to start at 12 and not 15.
No!
Someone definitely would have corrected us there, and the game would have been a little longer than it should have. The rules here say 15 is the example, but I did not look at our 12 there, and we would have noticed that halfway through and been very
He's
sad.
very scary then because
He is very scary.
we're starting
He's
even
already
higher up the board.
very angry.
They'd have been very sad because we're like, oh crap, we're 3 closer than we thought.
Yeah, we would have just had to like jump ahead in the middle of the game. The Omen track does start on the green icon, which we have there. We place the top 4 assets
comet.
here. We spawn the number of gates indicated on the reference card.
V8.
This card is different for each number of players. So with more players, it might be more gates. With less players, it might be less. But and let me tell you one more rule with the Under the Pyramids expansion, the Egyptian gates are stacked on the top of the gate stack.
Oh.
So one thing we as the investigators might want to do is rush towards this board because these ones are going to open first before the rest of the world starts getting stuff.
Eek.
Yeah.
So Nikki's going to flip
I'm
one
there.
right now,
I'm
and it's
flipping
going
it.
to be here in Egypt most likely.
It is the Nile River.
And whenever you flip open a gate, you add 1 monster to it.
Okay.
Monster!
And it is
Fire vampire.
Fire Vampire.
Fire
Okay,
vampire.
so where do I put
Just
it?
on top.
Nile River's over there.
Nile River, yeah.
There we go.
Denial.
And fire vampire.
Yep.
Fire vampire.
We place the active expedition token
Expeditious.
on the space that corresponds to, I didn't explain this because it's one of the things we just deal with as it comes up.
Okay.
The active expedition is whatever space this corresponds to, the Himalayas. So if you get to this space, this is another type of encounter you can have. It's called a complex encounter. And the other type of complex encounter is a otherworld encounter. If you get to, for instance, the Nile River, which is the only open gate right now, you, instead of encountering the Nile River and having the normal card encounter there, you go through this gate and try to close it. As we know, keeping gates open is bad because it will continue to advance the Doom track. So we do want to get there, defeat or deal with the fire vampire, and close that gate eventually. And that's how you do it. You have a complex encounter on the Otherworld deck, which is over here. That's the other type of encounter I didn't mention during encounters.
Okay.
But they are, as you might guess, a little tougher than just an encounter in Buenos Aires or, on your boat during a sea journey.
Would you say they're complex?
They are complex. They are not simple encounters. They might even have multiple steps or multiple cards involved.
Flavors.
Lots of flavor. There will be so much flavor.
Okay.
All right. We spawn a number
Very
of clues,
All right.
which means, again, just drawing them from here and placing them on the space indicated. Sydney
Sydney.
and the pyramids. Very convenient for some of us.
Flip it.
You don't get that automatically. You
I
still
know.
have to have the encounter and
You
get
gotta
it.
look for the clue.
And then
for clues.
the final step of the normal game setup is flipping the first mystery of the ancient one. Again, we need to solve 3 of these to win the game. And then the last step of the expansion, or really the first step of the expansion setup is a prelude card. So I'm going to read both of those and then we are ready. Here's our mystery. Keep in mind we need to complete 3 of these to win.
Okay.
The Black Wind. A vicious, tempestuous storm wreaks havoc upon the people and lands of Egypt, leaving naught but the desolate wasteland in its wake. And yet, it may only be masking an even deadlier threat. When this card enters play, place 1 Eldritch token on each of the following spaces. Kevin, will you grab those?
Yep.
Was he thinking silent but deadly?
Alexandria, the Bent Pyramid, Cairo, and Tel El Amarna. As an encounter, an investigator on a space with an Eldritch token may attempt to banish the Black Wind from Egypt. He draws and resolves a Black Wind special encounter. At the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to half the number of players, so we only need to do 2 of them, solve this mystery. And I will have to find those special encounters and pull them out and find out what they do.
Tell L to Amarna.
Tell El Amarna we got some trouble in River City. All right. Now, one more detail added to the game by the expansion is the Prelude card. And in this case, it's the prelude, the titular prelude under the pyramids.
No, it's not Prelude to the Afternoon of Fun.
It's the one that has, we already knew this because it sets up the Egypt sideboard. It let us stack the gates on top, the Egypt ones on top.
Okay.
We need to spawn 1 monster on the active expedition space.
Oh.
Spawning.
Not a fire vampire.
You're going to be dealing with that one.
What? Oh, there's a riot.
A riot. That's normal people. We can deal with
I
them.
predict a riot.
Well, they got red eyes.
And
They're
1 monster on
normal
the
there.
Bent Pyramid.
Oh, they do look angry.
They got red eyes. This is bad.
I'm coming in with some
ghost.
Visine to
A
clear up
ghost.
this action.
Ghost.
To get the red out.
And the last part of the Prelude card is this adventure. This is a very cool and thematic thing. This is a multi-step adventure where we will succeed or fail at different bits of it. And this is the last bit of theme from the Egyptian location. This is the Museum Heist adventure, framed for theft. The talisman of Wadjet, an amulet meant to protect the pharaohs in the afterlife, has been stolen. The police suspect a man named Eric Weiss, but your gut tells you he is innocent. When this card enters play, place an adventure token on Cairo.
City of the living.
I'm going to have to find that. When this adventure is completed, the active investigator gains the Eric Weiss unique asset. We have that in the deck over here. Then draw a random Museum Heist 2 adventure. There's 2 branches that this could take, and it's random. As an encounter, an investigator on Cairo. This is it. I already found the adventure token. Sorry. You can attempt an influence action. So it's just an influence skill test. So you have to succeed at your orange handshake action. And if you do, you gain Eric Weiss, and we go on to step 2. If you pass, they release Eric into your custody on the condition that you apprehend the thief.
All right.
So that is a multi-step adventure that we can also ignore or complete as we choose. Ta-da! The game is finally set up and we can start.
Okay.
Lincoln, why don't you tell us what your character is and maybe what your special items and skills are?
Can I ask before you
Yes,
do that?
of course.
What do these values mean?
How many dice you roll?
Okay. I'm Monterey Jack. He's pretty delicious.
Delicious.
He is the archaeologist. For an action, I may discard one artifact to retreat Doom by 1, or discard the top part of the expedition counter deck and perform one additional action. After resolving an expedition encounter, gain 1 relic unique asset. To find a treasure like that, I'll risk a few poison darts. Sounds like Indiana Jones.
What? No one has ever heard of that.
He's like, young Jack traveled the world with his father's archaeological expeditions. There you go. So there's some good thematic stuff. What do you got, Kevin?
I'm Mark Harrigan, the soldier. My action is you and one monster on your space each lose 1 health. You cannot become delayed or gain a detained condition unless you choose to. And my little flavor text is, I'm walking out that door and I'm taking this book. Anyone who wants to stop me is welcome to try.
He was delayed.
I love to read. Although I'm kind of an idiot because I have a 1 lore, so.
Yeah, well, that's extra.
That's why you
magic.
took the book.
You're not so good with spells, and you have a weapon that
he
needs.
didn't
You have a
do-
I have
weapon.
kerosene and a
On my
revolver.
cards, yeah.
He didn't
just-
he didn't read his cards.
That's okay. Just tell us what they are.
So the bull, I got a bullwhip. I get to crack it like Prince.
Nice. Oh, it's very thematic. Yeah.
Item, weapon, gain +1 strength during combat encounters. You may re-roll 1 die when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter. And then a treasure map, a unique asset. It's a trinket. When you gain this card from the deck, place 1 random clue face up on this card. Okay, so I guess I should put
You
one
should,
of those.
yes.
After resolving a location encounter or an expedition encounter on that space, flip this card. So it's wherever in Alexandria. Wow, it's all
Oh
kind of
wow!
like in my neighborhood.
It's really
my neck
lining
of
up
the
for
woods.
us. Yes.
I'm all
So
set
you
up.
get to do what when you do?
It says when you after resolving a location encounter or an expedition encounter on that space, flip this card.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Okay. If anything tells you that you will flip a card, you're not allowed to look at the back of that
But
card.
this isn't actually a clue. This is just telling me what
It's just telling
location
you
is.
what space.
Yeah.
The backs of the cards are secret. If you have a double-sided card, you're not supposed to look at the back until you're told to, FYI. All right, so we had the soldier. I am Jacqueline Fine, the psychic.
Psycho.
As an action, I may trade any number of clues with an investigator on any space.
Oh.
So I can psychically send or receive clues around the board, unlike normally you have to be on the space
Well,
to
this
trade
guy's
them.
going to have some trouble receiving them. We know that.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I got a headache.
And I can also, if another investigator gains a non-common condition, I can look at the back of the card and gain a clue. So if you gain a condition, that's some special cards over here.
A non-common.
I can actually read the back of it.
Ouch.
Oh.
And I start with a flesh ward spell, which will prevent me from losing some health. Or actually, any investigator once per round,
Oh.
if I pass it. All right, Nikki's characteress.
I am Mandy Thompson, the researcher. And I got an action. I can draw 2 clues from the clue pool, spawn one of them, and discard the other. Also, after resolving a research encounter, if you gained exactly 1 clue from the encounter, gain 1 additional clue.
That's pretty great.
Okay? And then my little quote is, I will find a way to end the horror. I will not stop searching.
So when she discards that clue of the 2, does it go out of the cup and then waits
It
till
does,
we empty
yes.
out?
Yeah, we empty out the whole
Totally,
thing before
okay.
we
Wait
reshuffle,
patiently.
essentially.
Okay. And I got Know Thy Enemy as a unique asset. And this is one of those cards that I
You
cannot.
can't, that's right. You don't know
turn
what the
on.
back is yet.
So it's a task. Whenever you gain a clue during a research encounter, place 1 Eldritch token on this card. Then you may flip the card.
Okay, so as soon as you do a successful research, you'll find
Okay.
out what the back of that is.
And then I got a magnifying glass. It's a trinket. So once per round, you or another investigator on the space may spend 1 clue to re-roll any number of dice when resolving a test.
So that's, I called them skill checks a few times, but a test is when you're rolling your dice trying to pass something. And that's much better than spending a clue to re-roll one die.
Right.
You could re-roll all the dice that failed, which especially for some big important thing might be really cool.
Okay.
Lincoln, you are the lead investigator. You're already here in the pyramids, but before we have encounters, you have 2 actions. You can start us off, try to get some items,
Maybe
move
try to
somewhere.
go for that 45 automatic. It's two.
You have to be in a city to try and get items.
Oh, okay.
You're
in
at
the
pyramids.
woods, dude. Well,
maybe
there's
you
not
wanna
much
go-
woods out
You're in
there.
the sand, dude.
You
Maybe you
can
want to go
Rome.
to Alexandria or
Alexandria.
Cairo.
Cairo.
I'll go in.
City
Let's
of
just
the
go.
living.
I'll go into Cairo.
So you go
Okay.
here and then to there?
It's a free action.
It's
to
a
the-
free action because it's a local path. Which one do you want to go to?
Let's go to Cairo.
All right.
Yeah.
That's one act. Oh, that's no action. Sorry. Now you can try
I didn't
this.
Even move.
Right. It's
Okay, then let's go for it.
This?
you try.
Yep.
What's your influence?
It's 2, so I get to roll 2
Roll
whole
2
dice.
dice.
Got to succeed on both.
Ooh.
Or if you succeed on one, you can just take one of these items.
Okay. And neither.
No. And your second action, not to repeat that one.
Yes, I know.
Would you like to flush one of these cards out of the row and put something else up there? We have a dagger, a ward evil, service. Oh, that lets
Well, I
us
can't do
discard
it
a
again.
monster.
So what am I going to do?
No, but you're sort of prepping the row for the next
okay.
person.
Is there something we want to get rid of in there?
I don't know. They're actually all pretty decent.
Cool. Well, then I won't monkey with that.
All right. This one's just, I don't know. This one's just a scroll that adds 1 to this die when resolving a spell.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
All right. Okay. So, second action, you don't need to rest. You can't trade. You could keep moving if you want to go.
Don't we want to deal with whatever that is on the?
Yeah, but that's during the encounter. I'm just trying to think if you have any other actions.
Oh.
You don't want to rest. You don't want to trade. You did that.
I'm in a city. I could get a train.
Oh, you could get a
ticket.
ticket. Yeah. Train. Not
How about
train.
water?
You can only get sea.
Yeah,
There is no
okay.
trains connected.
Okay.
All right. Kevin, 2 actions.
All right. So I'm here in Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Not Constantinople.
I can only move once. So do I want to go to Tunguska?
You could go
Pyramids?
try and get that clue at the pyramids. We do
But you
sort of
should
want to
go-
head
you
towards
should,
Egypt.
You should shop first if you're gonna, because you can't buy there.
That's
so.
right. You can do your actions in any order, so you should.
All right. Do any of those test my strength or will?
Well, this is a gun that you already have.
Yeah, I have a revolver.
gun.
You should get it for me.
They're
worry
actually all. None of them are great for you because these 2 are extra weapons. This one is immediately discard a monster on any space with toughness 3 or less, but you need 2 successes for that one.
And what skill am I testing?
The orange one, influence.
Not 2.
That's
I
2
mean,
dice.
But it's
right?
2, and
Or
you got to
remember,
get 2 on
you
both.
can just take the bank loan, which
Yeah.
would give you 2 automatic successes.
But then I have a
later.
debt card.
Then you have a debt card.
And what happens if you have debt?
It is some kind of thing that
I mean, I'm still paying student loans. I
I
don't
know
if
it's
wanna-
not.
Yeah.
It ain't
Get a
great.
bank
I got to
loan.
tell you that. It is.
They didn't work on this guy. 'cause he's dumb.
Whenever the reckoning symbol comes up, you have to flip it over. Some men come to collect.
Oh. I don't know if I want to get a bank loan yet.
But hey, it's free money. And
Sounds
come
like
on.
a shady
Free now, pay later.
bank.
Yeah, they're gonna follow you from Istanbul all across the world.
Yes, I know you will. No, I'll leave. I'm happy with my equipment.
All right.
I don't want to get any debt right now. Maybe later.
But you're not going to get in debt if you're going to roll for one of these.
You could just
items.
roll,
You
sure.
could just roll for this, the scroll.
Roll for the scroll. What is
Roll
the
for the
skill
scroll.
for that one?
It's always orange to acquire
Okay.
an item. Always influence.
All right.
It's a single.
I'm just rolling, so I could pick anything that I
Right.
earn, right?
So 2.
2 dice. He has 2
One
influence.
success. You got 1 success.
Hooray!
So
Success!
you can have
Success!
a
Success!
dagger
Success!
or an arcane scroll. Both very useful.
Well, can
for
I
the
use 2
soldier.
weapons?
No, you can use the one highest bonus when you resolve a test.
And they're equal.
Really?
Yes.
Or I could take the scroll.
Or you take either one and trade it away to somebody.
Well, you got
eventually.
1 success, so you can get a bank roll.
You could always do that. The old
bank loan.
Bank roll, get
Bank
it?
loan,
yeah.
I'll take the dagger and I'll give it to somebody else later.
That seems good. And then
I'll
we
spread the love.
flip the next card up on
What
there.
does the dagger do?
It adds 2 to your strength during combat encounters, so you get to roll 2 more die.
No.
Oh, that's
Just
cool.
adds 2, doesn't it? Or do you have...
It's 2 dice, 2 extra
Oh,
dice.
that's cool.
Booyah.
It's really good.
And she keeps it in her boot.
There is the slight reason that he might want to have 2 different weapons is one's magical
Yeah, this is
And the
magical.
others,
This is
there might be certain monsters that only a magical weapon would give you the bonus on. All right, we have what? Is that 4?
It is a 4.
for
We have some massive item.
guacamole.
Urban guide.
Oh, it's an
Ally.
ally.
Ooh,
Is that a 4?
Sure
It
is.
is a 4.
It's an ally
4?
that lets you.
Can anybody roll 4 dice yet?
No.
No.
Nikki's close.
Nikki's got 3. He lets you. Investigators on your space roll 1 additional die when resolving tests, except when resolving other world encounters. So he's like a +1 die to everything.
That sounds good.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I think we want this ally.
he's decent. All right, what's your second action?
I'm gonna move, I suppose.
I don't disagree there.
I will go to the pyramids via train.
And then you're going to go into...
Yes. Or do I want to stay here and try to get this clue?
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's a good
pretty
idea.
decent, since
Okay.
you're the one who's going
All
to
right,
get there
that's
this
what I'll
turn.
do then.
All right. I.
Don't.
Where does that go? Boy,
I did take a crazy train to get to the
Boy, I'm far away from everything, so I'm going to take a ship ticket and prepare for a double move later, and then I'm gonna shop in San Francisco, do an asset.
wonderful markets.
He's got great stores here. Oh, well, this arcane scroll could be very good for me.
Yeah.
So if I get 1,
How
I'll
about
take no successes.
successes.
I'll take that bank loan. I'm not
Oh,
afraid, you guys.
okay.
Those guys aren't going to beat me up for no debt,
He's making a pact.
I ain't
Good
afraid
luck.
of no ghosts.
which makes me take the debt condition, but it gives me 2 immediate successes
Oh.
to add to my successes. So if I had gotten 2, I could boost it up to 4 and get the urban guide.
Right.
I'm going to take Ward Evil, which is
he?
a service. He's my friend Ward, his last name Evil. When you gain this card, immediately discard 1 monster of your choice on any space with toughness 3 or
That's
less.
cool.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty good. Then discard this card. The Ghost has toughness 2, the Vampire has toughness 2, and the Riot has toughness 3.
I've got toughness as well.
But I think this is probably the worst one, right? Because it's right on our
On our
gate.
gate.
The fire.
To get rid of?
V
fire.
gates.
Get rid of the stuff in the
let's
way
see.
of the gate.
It also has a high strength level, so I do think I'm going to ward away the fire vampire. It just goes back into the bag,
Oh, nice.
and then I'm done with my actions. But now there's going to be guys coming after me to pay my debt.
Okay, this is a hired
Hired
muscle.
Muscle. Is that
He's another ally.
Oh, he is.
You gain 1 strength. You may re-roll 1 die when resolving a strength test.
Cool. Nikki, 2 actions.
Yep. I am
Her name's Nikki 2 Actions
going
Bonnies.
to. I'm trying to decide if I should go do a clue thing so I can get my known enemy card turned over.
Oh, that's very handy.
Or I should just start heading to.
You need to get a boat token. A boken.
Yeah.
To get down to Sydney here?
Right. So I can. I'm gonna buy a boat ticket.
Sure.
I think there's some
Yeah,
over
there's
here,
some,
but
Yeah.
Botique.
boat ticket.
A slow boat to China. Oh, she's already there. Never mind. Doesn't work.
And what else?
And then I move for my movement.
You don't have to, but you can.
Well, if she wants to go to Sydney.
She can get there now because now
Yeah.
she has the ticket.
Right. Or I try for one of these things. I don't have any weapons, but I don't know if I'm really any good with
You're not really the
weapons.
fighter. The fighters are on that
So-
side of the table.
You're a thinker, not a
I
fighter.
need thinky stuff.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Ooh, 2 successes.
Cheater.
No, I didn't.
Do you mind if I
I've
try to go
wasted
for
them, is what
that?
I've done.
Or do
Don't
you
ask,
want
just
The dice hate you now.
Either go to Sydney or make the roll. Let's.
Okay,
We
sure.
don't need to worry
Okay,
about
I'm
it.
gonna roll-
Let her go.
I'm gonna roll 3 die for my influence to try and get this arcane scroll.
Okay.
Well, just roll. You can pick something else.
Yeah, if you right.
If you get
you
better
don't have to. You don't have to
results.
target a specific.
I want
thing.
it. That's what I'm
She wants to
going
pow.
for.
Papa needs a pair of shoes.
Pow.
She got
one
one
more.
success, so it is the scroll
I get the scroll.
Ninja
that she
Scroll.
will take, and then replace it, and she's done with her actions.
Or Ninja Squirrel, as I heard it back in
Ninja
the day.
squirrel.
Yeah, ninja squirrel.
It's an axe. It's
An
an,
axe.
item, weapon.
Oh, nice.
Axes for sale all over the
2
world.
strength during combat encounters. You may spend 2 sanity to reroll any number of dice when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter.
That is a
Alright.
cool
X is
weapon.
crazy.
I forgot to say when I explained this action right at the beginning, if she had rolled 3 successes, let's say, you can actually get more than 1 card off of here. So
okay.
she could, if she had rolled all 3, she could have gotten that scroll plus the 45 automatic,
haven't had
let's
a lot of
say,
success.
like that. You're not limited to a single card. You can buy as many items as your successes allow you. But she got her scroll. There's axes for sale. Now we're all going to have an encounter. Lincoln, you're first. What type of encounter are you having?
I guess I'll deal with
Close one.
Do you want to deal with the
Yep.
Black Wind or the museum heist?
Well, the heist
Or the
sounds
city of
exciting.
Cairo? You have lots of choices.
Do I want more people with me with any of these other things? Doesn't really matter.
They're all pretty individual mostly.
Let's do the heist.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need how's your influence? It's an influence
Just
roll.
2 again.
If you succeed, you get Eric Weiss as a friend and we go on to step
You've got
2.
a friend?
In Eric Wise.
Winter, spring.
If he
All right.
fails, don't you still take him, but you have to solve it or something? What was you were mentioning this earlier?
No, there's just
we fail
it's
it, we're
just pass
screwed.
or nothing.
All right.
I have to get
This
2.
is an encounter. You just have to get 1.
Yay!
Yeah, all right. Okay, so you get the ally, Eric Weiss. You roll an additional die when doing a lore or observation test, and you cannot become delayed or detained unless you choose to.
That's nice.
In addition, why don't you just roll a die, and how about on even, we'll go to the first museum heist card, and on odd, we'll go to the second one, because it's random.
It's
Odd.
We're going to museum heist card 2, a lead at Tel Amarna. You suspect that after the heist, the thief took refuge in the ruins of the ancient city of Akhetaten. The city is home to many wonders, but you hope to find the thief as well. When this card enters play, place an adventure token on Tel El Amarna. When this adventure is completed,
Tell it on Lamarna.
the active investigator gains a relic unique asset, then draw the Chase on the River adventure. After an investigator resolves the location encounter on Tel El Amarna, the investigation leads to the discovery of the thief's hideout. Unfortunately, the thief manages to escape and flee down the river, leaving behind some of his haul. So we have to resolve a location encounter in Tel El Amarna to get to the next part.
Tell it,
All right, Kevin, what's your encounter? Good job, Monterey Jack.
Well, I'm doing the
research on the pyramids.
Looking for the clue.
You are in a wilderness space, the pyramids, so you'll read the middle wilderness section of that research encounter card.
Your skin is beginning to rot where an apparition of Nefren Ka touched you in a dream. Whoa. Show me where he touched you on the doll. You may spend 2 health to carve the infection from your arm. If you spend the health, the flesh crumbles to sand. Gain this clue. If you do not spend the health, gain a diseased condition. Ugh. But, well, I'm pretty healthy. If I'm maybe stupid, but I'm pretty brawny. So
You're very brawny.
I think I'm going to take the health and carve off part of my body, which just sounds terrible, to get the clue. So I will sacrifice 2 health into the blood bowl.
Yes, and you can always get them back by resting. Hey, wait, I'll try my flesh ward spell. It's once per round when an investigator would lose health, I may test lore.
Okay.
Give me 4 dice, please. If I pass, prevent that investigator from losing up to 2 health, then flip this card.
You passed. You did not.
I did not.
That was,
So lose the
pretty
2
bad.
health anyway. This will be fun. Then here's what happens. With 0 successes,
Oh,
gosh.
Jesus.
wow, something inside my chest shifts painfully. The chosen investigator loses 1 health unless he gains an internal injury condition.
Holy guacamole.
So there you go. I gave you 1 more health damage. All right, you're still very
man.
healthy. Don't worry too much about it. Then I flip this over. Now we know that bad things can happen for that. All right. You're welcome. Don't even worry about it, Kevin. You do get to gain that. You do get to gain that clue. All right, where am I? I'm just in San Francisco, so I don't have any special things. I will read San Francisco on one of these cards.
San Francisco.
A poison is slowly killing African explorer Julius Marsden. You ask him to tell you what he knows. Make an influence check.
Yeah!
All not so good at that.
Talk before you die.
If you pass, he shares his experience. Improve one skill of your choice.
Nice.
So I get to take one of these tokens and improve one of my. I'm going to
red
improve
one.
influence. Now I'll let you guys fight. I'm going to improve influence, which makes me better at
4.
Yep.
gaining
0.3.
allies and buying the items and
Nice,
stuff
nice.
like that. So
Okay.
that's now skill 3.
So then he dies.
Yeah, well, I couldn't save him. I just talked to him. Nikki,
Nice.
encounter. Where are you?
I got nothing going on, so I do
so
the same thing you did.
Shanghai,
Shanghai.
purple.
And I read Shanghai.
Yep.
A Taoist wizard gives you meow, a drug.
Meow.
No, it's a drug, not a cat. That can protect your mind through time if your spirit is strong. Except it's showing my will icon. If you pass,
So you roll
you
2 dice for your will.
uncover. The location of an ancient text. Gain 1 tome, unique asset. If you fail, your mind breaks. Gain a madness condition.
Oh boy.
All right, so
I'm either
Round
gonna
for
go.
roll your 2 dice for will and
2.
don't fail.
I'm gonna go a little crazy. Come on.
Hey,
6
all right.
and 1.
Nice.
So unique assets are a specific type of card.
And it's a tome.
Yes, and
tomb
they
tome.
are
To me.
It's a
What's it to me?
Toomey.
Toomey tomes.
Marissa to me.
Suck it to me.
Suck it to me.
Suck it to him.
Suck it, John. Suck it,
They're
John.
here.
Shaka Khan.
It didn't.
It's unique, right?
Unique asset.
Oh, that is this.
Whip. Dole whip. Dole whip.
Here we go.
Whip.
It's another one where there is something on the back, but you can't do it until you do the thing on the front.
No.
Don't look at it either.
Don't look at that. It's
And
a
it's-
cryptic
Text.
cryptic text.
All right, we've all done our encounters. Lincoln's going to read the mythos, which, again, should start off somewhat easy, but we'll see. So what's the first symbol at the top, if there is
It
one?
is a move the disky to the bluey.
Okay, yeah, so the omen track has moved. There is an open gate corresponding to that, so move the doom track 1.
Hey.
Wait, we start on 12.
Yeah, we started on 12. Next, the reckoning symbol.
The reckoning.
That's going to do 3 things at least.
Bull.
Anyone? No one's on a space with cultists. That's one good news. Everyone must move 1 space towards the bent pyramid or lose a sanity.
Okay.
This is actually good for some of us because we sort of want to go towards this. I'm going to go ahead and take the free move towards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Actually, this way's quicker, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this way's quicker.
Do you have to choose
5,
the quicker way? in a
5.
Yeah,
case
because
like
that's
this?
then it has to be towards.
This is short too, but that's shorter than that one.
I think, do I go there?
You either
immediately?
go there or lose a sanity.
Should I go there?
I mean, we know that there are 3 more gates are going to open in Egypt or in this board,
Right,
so
I'll
I'd
go
say
there.
sure.
Take
I
me
should go
there.
too.
Take me down to the bent
Does
pyramid
he have
city.
that encounter right away?
Nope, that always happens later during the encounter phase next turn. You're going there. Where do you want to? You get
Yeah,
you get a free train ride
do.
basically.
Don't take me to those rioting guys,
No,
though.
I'd say you have to go here because that's
Yeah.
closer. Okay, it also, there's no cultists, but it also, some men come to collect on my debt. That's a reckoning symbol.
Told you it's not free.
It says, unwilling servant. Wow, you guys, this is a
That's a
serious
horrible
bank loan.
picture.
Check this out. It's a harsh-ass bank loan. Unwilling servant. A sorcerer holds you down and carves a symbol into your forehead.
Oh, God.
I'm never taking a bank loan again. Time to pay what you owe, he says.
Sounds like Bank of America.
Sounds like Wells Fargo with those
yeah.
unasked for accounts. You attempt to dispel the darkness that fills your thoughts. Luckily, it's lore, and I have 4 dice for lore.
Boom.
I had
Yeah.
2 successes.
Hooray.
If you fail, you have no recollection of your actions, gain an amnesia condition. Then discard this card. Do I get to?
If you win, you just don't have to pay the
I don't.
debt.
Oh, if Just says then discard. I think that was enough. He carved a friggin' symbol into my forehead.
Did he? I mean, I think you
Do you know-
succeeded.
Yeah, there's no if you pass. It's just then discard.
It's
Discard.
like
it's
Inglourious
either
Basterds.
amnesia or nothing.
Are those
Wow.
each different?
Yes, there are at least two other
Somebody had
different
fun
ones.
writing those.
Yeah, right. That was way harsher than I thought the bank loan was going to be, but at least I didn't go crazy.
I didn't put
no.
mine-
No, not that card, Nikki. It's in
I
my
didn't
hand
touch-
still.
Don't touch the Mythos deck.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't touch it.
I haven't finished this. Okay,
What's the next symbol? Is there one?
you got it. Reckoning.
Okay.
These are the. This was the
That was the orangey one. That's the gate. We have to spawn a gate,
spawn a gate.
Here we go.
which will come with a monster in the heart, of Africa. Oh, that's actually here.
You
I thought we
belong.
had
That's okay.
City?
It did come with
And a monster, Nikki.
the red thing.
and a monster. Yeah, that
Shake
means
'em up.
that means if this moves here,
Yeah.
it will be another
Can I see
doom.
that real quick?
Here we go.
I would like to
We've
read it. It'd be
got
fun.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do.
Serpent, people.
Oh, they sound nice.
Serpent people.
Sometimes a
Serpent
monster
tribe.
will have a special. Oh yeah, this one does actually. When this monster is spawned, move it to the Amazon. That's just where
Okay.
the serpent people live.
Sweet. Right where
Off
you're
with
headed.
you. Off with you. You foul
Sometimes they
pain.
have special text, so I'm glad I
Alright.
spotted
Okay.
that. Okay. They also have a reckoning ability, which won't happen now, but something will happen later.
Okay. You
If that
can't
happens.
sleep and you can't stop shaking. And you can't sleep and can't stop shaking. Compulsively, you open up your suitcase and count everything, gripping everything you own so tightly your hands bleed.
Oh my.
Burden of greed event. Each investigator may discard any number of item possessions. Then he loses 1 health for each item possession he has.
Oh,
Wait. He may. Do you have to discard something?
No, but
No,
you
but then you-
lose for everything you keep.
Yes.
Ooh. Shiza.
Yeah. Well, you guys really should live simple like me. I have nothing.
A simple kind
It's
of
only
life.
items though, correct?
Yes.
So this one. These won't count because they're not.
That's right. Actually, they're
labeled
all.
as items.
That's right.
Wow, I think I should keep these.
Those are all.
I can't keep everything.
all
I only
trinkets.
I gotta
one-
get rid of a weapon.
Yeah, Nikki
I
only
only
has
have
one.
one item, so I'm gonna lose a health.
I've got
And Nikki's
three.
got one.
I got 3.
Are you sure? Does it say item?
They're all items.
They all say
1, 2, 3.
items.
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
say item.
I'm gonna just lose an item. I think this one's good.
Is it better
Yeah.
to keep the non-magical gun or the magical dagger?
If they're the same number, then the magical dagger.
I'll get rid of my gun. I love you, Bertha.
Aw.
You got some
did you
guns
lose a
here.
health?
You can
2
get
health.
if you want.
Because I have
Oh, these are 2
items.
items.
I'm down to 3 health.
Don't worry, I'll protect
Take a
you
nap.
with my flesh ward
Yeah, I
spell.
remember how well that went last time.
All right.
There we go.
That
Agreed.
was our first complete turn, and we screwed up the whole world. So
no pressure.
we have extra gates to seal. We've got our adventure going, and we didn't even get any new clues on that card.
Wait, I got on that card. I got 1 clue.
All right.
But we're okay.
Oh, you did pick up one.
Yeah.
I have one to start the game with.
Well, do we want me to go first? Does it have? Will the wounds carry over if I don't completely wipe him out?
Yes, this monster does have 2 toughness, and if you, for instance, did 1 wound to him, that wound would stick around, for instance, for Kevin to only have to do 1 more. However, this being a ghost, it doesn't have normal toughness. You actually have to defeat it with will. It's only mental combat. So
I'm good with will.
you two
you
being
are?
our big
Sweet.
combat dudes are
Then you
not
go
the
for it.
best at fighting
he's got-
this.
he got
He's got
4
4
will.
will. He's
Yeah.
very strong will.
You should do it. Well,
He made it through WW1.
the big one.
But it's the only World
I know
War
it.
so far. I know.
How many?
Well, no, you
no,
don't do
we're
that
not
first.
doing that.
sorry, that's
I'm just
yeah,
planning
right,
on
right.
the
Okay.
turn. You're
So
gonna
I
take
will
2
go
actions.
first. My
Yes.
first action will be to rest. Yes?
You can't rest where there's a monster.
Son of
It
a
is
mother.
too stressful
Remember, he
to
told
see.
you that, and you were like,
Yes, I remember
just
that.
take me around with you.
Hold on, please. It's like
And you
Scooby-Doo.
can't,
Remember? They're like,
you can't
"Let's do this
shop
here."
because you're in a wilderness.
Okay.
You can trade items with Lincoln. You can.
he had to give up.
Got
stuff.
anything that improves will?
There's not actually a lot you can do. You can't rest. You can't acquire assets. You can trade items with Lincoln. You can move away. You could do. What's your action? Do you have an action on your character sheet?
Yes, you and 1 monster on your space each lose 1 health.
Oh,
However,
well-
I'm pretty low already.
That is. You are pretty low already. But that would be one thing you could do.
Juan.
So I could take him down 1. Wait, if he does damage to me when I fight him, right?
He can.
How much does he do?
He does the amount essentially that you fail the skill test by.
Scheiße.
But you
Well,
have will, high will.
I do have high will. High will. So we could each take
But
one
you're right.
damage.
You don't really need to be losing any more health. You've lost 5.
Yeah, I don't know
already.
if I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that.
You've really lost
Can I get
5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get any kind of a
helped.
ticket? Yeah, his healing spell really went.
You're in the
awry.
wilderness, no tickets.
Can't leave.
Can't leave. No, he
Did you
can
do?
leave, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, I want to fight the ghost.
Right.
So you just sit there and do nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
Can't rest. Can't shop.
I prepare my
Can't
mental
buy a ticket.
fortitude.
I can't shop.
Doesn't want to lose a health. All right.
So maybe it was dumb that I was the first
Well,
player.
I mean, since you
It's the
have to
same
wait
thing.
around for the fight anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
Lincoln can leave and just go do something more interesting.
Don't leave me
You can fight the
I'm
ghost.
so bored.
All right, where am I? I got pulled to the Amazon. Should I try and fight the snake people, or should I just keep heading towards?
There too. But you are not strong.
I am
just like
not
me.
strong. I am not a fighter.
Yep.
Neither one.
I'm going to use my
Boat
boat ticket
So you're gonna
and just
one
go
and
1,
then
2.
there.
Yep. That's one action. And I don't need to rest.
It's a seagull.
I can't really. I don't have a good second action either.
Nope.
Move,
Ding, ding, ding,
trade.
ding. Buoy.
You can't rest. Why? Oh, because you don't need to.
I don't need to.
You're
I
fine.
haven't taken all this damage like you guys. Yeah, I don't have any great second action either. Wow, we're super efficient in not having actions to do. I can't.
Well, it's where
trade.
you're at. Right?
Yeah, I know. I'm in the middle of the
Did you want to
wilderness.
buy a boat ticket while you're on the boat?
You have to be in a city. I said that wrong. The captain does not sell it. So.
Oh, he doesn't?
I can buy it here though. I'm in a city. My first action will be to buy a boat trip, and then.
You can also buy a train ticket.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't want to. I'm going here.
Okay,
I'm going to
okay.
Africa.
Yeah.
So then I'll spend. My move will be 1, 2, but I'll
are
have
useless
one
in
ticket
Egypt.
left.
Okay.
So I did spend 2 actions. All right, Nikki.
Okay. Bring me up to, what is that?
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Not
That's your-
Constantinople.
That's
All
your.
right.
That's your one move.
Nobody's
And
business
then
but the
I
turn.
was thinking I would do my action.
I think that's a great
Mandy
idea.
Thompson action, which is draw 2 clues from the pool, spawn 1, and
Oh,
discard
so you
the
picked
other.
the best one,
She
right?
picks the best one that's like most convenient for us. Yes.
All right.
Is the other one convenient?
Number 10. Where's 10?
It's actually where I am.
Okay. And the other one is
Tunguska.
Tunguska.
How about not that
Throw
one?
that
How
one.
about
one-
10?
Yeah, do the one where I'm already sitting. That
Yes.
seems fantastic.
No, that's 10 on the
Oh,
board.
sorry. I thought it was the other one.
No.
All right. Okay. Good job.
Okay.
Lincoln, 2 actions. Would you like to leave the bent pyramid?
It drew me there.
It's free to move to the pyramids.
Do we not want to try to get? Do you want me to go to?
Or
yeah, tell
to go-
tell
yeah.
Alamarna.
Go and tell her.
Yeah, I'll go there. Again, the token's over there now. Oh yeah, move there.
because right, you're
Yeah.
chasing the thief down the river.
Yeah.
So all local
I'll go
paths
there.
are free moves?
It
Times
is
he needs-
it is any number of local paths once per turn, so he can
So I
actually
actually
move
haven't even moved at all.
to the pyramids and then to tell Alamarna.
Oh my.
That's still your free move, and you haven't moved. You're right. You still have 2 actions.
Okay. Well, I am not in a city,
No.
and I wasn't in a city before.
No. What do you do to?
What's the adventure card
Do
condition?
that
It
voodoo
is.
that you do.
You
somewhere.
resolve the encounter. You resolve a location encounter there. So
Okay.
you still have 2 actions if you have anything.
It's really, really not.
I know we're really
optimized
having a
this turn.
slow turn this
Okay,
turn.
I guess I'll rest. That's about the only thing I can do.
Oh right, because now there's no monster there, so you get,
I'll get back to my max health.
and you're already at max
Hi, Max.
sanity.
Remind me what these were?
They are the mystery that we need to solve.
Oh, right.
They are very bad special encounters that we haven't tried to
And
deal
we have to
with
do
yet.
3 of those.
We have to do 2 of these 4,
Two
but
of them.
3 mysteries to
Got
win the
it.
game. You're correct.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we haven't even tried that part yet.
Nope.
All right, encounter time. Who's the first
Yay.
player?
Me. I'm
You
gonna fight
first
the ghost.
encounter the ghost. You make a will check, a will test at -1 because that's the ghost modifier. So
Oh, God.
3 dice instead of 2.
Do I have to
Choose
roll?
your dice. Choose
Don't.
your dice.
Feel him.
I don't want the one you touched, left.
Yeah,
You
don't
need
blame you.
you need 2 to win,
Oh, crud.
and you lose health equal to.
I think he rolls 4, but he takes out the lowest roll.
Nope.
I'm just joking.
What are you?
I like
making-
that. That sounds great.
He does have a clue in this. If well, he
Don't
could
waste
even
that clue.
reroll. I know, but this is.
And I have a magical weapon, but it only gives me
it
strength.
only is for strength. This is will.
Oh,
Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh, you
Yeah, you
got
passed
it!
anyway.
Whoa!
Yeah, you did.
Forget whatever that
See,
one is because I got 2.
That was a 1.
All right, it didn't matter, yeah. So this is unlike a normal combat. If you pass this will test, the monster loses health equal to the test result. So you killed that ghost in 1 mental shot.
Wonderful.
My brain.
Even with some of your flesh cut off.
The bad news is you don't get any experience points or cool rewards or anything like
Or
that.
health.
But the good news is you now get to have this goes back in the bag, and you get a regular encounter, so a wilderness encounter at
Have
the
him do the
bent
tough
pyramid.
one there.
Oh yeah, you can do this. Do you want to try the dark wind?
What is involved in doing that?
All we know is that you draw the dark wind
Nikes.
encounter off of the Dark Pharaoh deck.
I'll take on the dark wind.
All right, let's black wind. Sorry, black wind. All right,
Black wind even sounds
let's
worse.
see what happens. It's going to be awful, I'm sure. But we have to pass 2 of these to pass the mystery.
Or am I reading all of this?
I think so.
Holy guacamole.
It's a complex encounter.
All right. The black wind blows over the skies of Egypt, obscuring the sun and casting the earth into shadow. Inky coils spiral downward from the sky, infecting the soil wherever they touch down. Anxious and afraid, you call upon a chant to invoke the old powers to show you a sign of hope. No sooner than the words... Wait, do we do that now, or do I keep reading?
Keep going.
Okay.
It'll
No
either pass
sooner
or
than
fail
the
at
words
some
leave
point.
your mouth, you are visited by an aspect of Khepri, who pushes the sun across the morning sky. Long abandoned by his followers, Khepri's aid is not easily enlisted. If you pass, Khepri ejects the black wind from his realm. Ugh. Place this eldritch token on the active mystery. If you fail, he rebukes you. Gain 1 injury condition. Your prayers are answered only with darkness. Gain a despair condition. This is the red text at the bottom. Your prayers are answered only with darkness. Gain a despair condition. You try to convince the municipal government to evacuate local residents. If you fail, they question your connection to the black wind and savagely beat you. Lose 2 health.
Oh no!
Leaving me with 1.
So somewhere in there it gave you a skill icon of what
There's
to
2
check.
skill icons. One is lore, and then one is the handshake, the influence. All right, so I have to roll. I have to roll a lore check of 1.
Okay, you
To,
were not the ideal
I'm trying
person to end up with that card.
I'm trying
maybe?
to put this chant, do this chant to give me a sign of hope. Oh Lord, oh please. Hope. Come on, hope, hope, hope. Hope!
Yay!
All right, so now what's the next?
All right, now,
this
well,
brings
now
you to
we,
the good
it's
part.
not over yet because we're still going. No sooner than the words leave your mouth, you are visited by an aspect of Khepri, who pushes the sun across the morning sky. Long abandoned by his followers, Khepri's aid is not easily enlisted. So now I have to try to enlist it through an influence check. I have 2 influence.
Oh,
If I pass, Khepri ejects the black wind from his realm.
that's all I need to hear.
Come on, Khepri, let's get ejected.
Yay!
Sweet. Okay.
If you pass, Khepri ejects the black wind from his realm. Place this eldritch token on the active mystery. If
That
you
is-
fail, he rebukes you. So we haven't failed.
That's a complex
Good.
encounter that you have successfully resolved.
Do you get
So-
anything out of it?
We got half of the mystery that
yeah.
we need to progress through the game. That's
you need
fantastic.
to find a place to rest.
Yeah, you really do.
I know,
you
yeah.
need an Egyptian hospittal, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, that was a
couldn't inject
great
health into my
encounter.
body?
I'm going to try and get this clue
Sure.
by having a research encounter. Is that
Okay.
me? That's me, right? All right.
That is
and
you.
I am in the wilderness. Washing your face in a pool of still water, your reflection shows you not in life, but in death.
Oh, of course.
It's a will check for 3 dice.
I will check that.
I will check and succeed.
Yeah!
If you pass, you swallow your fear and study the reflection, noting a dark pyramid rising ominously in the background. Gain this clue.
Yay.
If you fail, you recoil, the image vanishes, advance doom by 1 if I'd failed.
Ooh.
But I got the clue.
Good.
Good teamwork, Nikki.
You're
What's your encounter?
Istanbul.
Not
Istanbul.
Constantinople.
Orange card, read Istanbul. Not Constantinople. Don't read the
I
Constantinople
won't
section.
read the Constantinople part.
Istanbul.
Winds threaten to throw a stranger off. What?
A lot of
A lot of wind. A lot of winds.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of wind. Well, it's dusty. Galata
Bunch
Bridge.
of mummies passing gas.
Break like the wind.
Despite your fear, you attempt a rescue with my will. If you pass, you bring the grateful stranger ashore. Gain 1 character, unique asset.
Don't you want to just roll it first before you even go to the next portion?
Oh,
of that?
yeah. As soon as you get to the
Yeah.
skill.
The bronk.
So,
Two dice.
2 dice.
So long, stranger.
So,
Yes.
I failed. Yep, that's
Yes,
kind of
keep
what
reading.
happens.
Keep reading. You failed.
If you fail, the person disappears into the water. Gain a despair condition.
I love it.
Despair.
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 Dysentery.
The reason this is possibly good is, remember, when someone... Oh, it's non-common condition. Is that a non-common condition?
Too non-common.
Too non-common.
So Nikki gets a despair condition,
Okay.
which has, number one, a reckoning effect. You're going to lose a sanity every time that symbol comes up on Mythos cards. Number two, it has a effect on the... Oh, you cannot recover sanity when you rest.
What?
Ugh.
It also has a
Wah, wah.
secret condition on the back of the card, which normally you can't look at, but because I'm psychic,
Okay.
I get to look at it and gain a clue.
Oh, nice.
So I psychically know that your despair
That-
is accursed memories.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a careless memory.
If you
I don't know, I'm carving stuff
you
in
rest,
my head.
you're gonna have to make a fight check, or I'm sorry, a strength check, and either discard this card or discard 2 clues if you fail. So be careful not to rest unless you can pass a
Oh, yeah.
strength check.
Because she has to have 2 clues. Does that mean we have to collectively discard 2 clues?
No, it's just her.
Oh, good.
So she just doesn't. She does not want to have clues when she rests, because I
I'm
can.
never gonna
psychic-
rest.
Then don't ever
sleep.
rest. Yes.
I'm never gonna rest. And that's good because I said I'll find a way to end this horror. I will not stop searching.
That's your
So there you go.
flavor text.
All right. So that was all because you didn't catch a guy falling off a bridge, right?
Yeah,
All right.
it really messed me up.
All right, Lincoln. Have you had an encounter?
I'm just sad. No, I haven't.
You're in Tel El Amarna, right?
I'm going to deal with the heist. Continue to deal
And
with the
you
heist.
are going to. So you're going to have a Tel El Amarna encounter.
Tell Alamarna, you search the foundation of Akhenaten's castle. It's an observation. I get to roll 3 dice. If you pass, you find... Oh, well, let's find out. I'm not going to read that till I know.
Pass.
Yeah,
Five
pass.
in there. Okay.
If you pass, you find a stone chest hidden just beneath the ground. Gain 1 clue and 1 relic unique asset. I'm not going to read failed
Nice.
because I didn't fail.
Relic.
I will give you the first relic in the unique asset deck. Here, it's fossilized samples. How archaeological of you.
All right.
You also, because we are following a lead at Tel Amarna on the museum heist, you have found the thief's hideout. He managed to escape and flee down the river, and we'll go to the next phase of the adventure. You also gain a relic unique asset from completing that phase of the adventure.
Wowza.
So, the next relic...
This belongs in a museum.
It definitely does.
And that is that.
Dysentery?
Dysentery,
go?
dysentery.
It'll go on the bottom here.
Oops, sorry. I'm
It's okay.
playing with things.
Stop playing with it.
You also found a canopic jar item. And
A can of pick.
I can't.
chase
relic.
on the river.
Wow, these are ones where I have to rest and then I can flip these babies.
Flip it over.
The adventure
Well,
has
to
moved to
pass.
the Nile River.
And there's a gate.
If we go here, you attempt to track the museum thief along the river valley. Observation -1. So Nikki might be our best at this, although
Yeah, I'm not good at observation.
me and Lincoln both have skill 3. If you pass that, you catch the thief and reclaim the stolen exhibits.
Nice.
You also gain an artifact, which is a pretty great item as well. All right, that was your encounter. You found the hideout and got some relics. We are done with all of our encounters.
Yeah.
Mytho.
Were you in that
He's
lead
the
this
reader.
turn? You get to read that. Start with the symbols at the top.
First is a clue.
In
I can't read it up there.
space 11. Yeah, you can't. It's hard to. Thank you, Nikki.
Bing.
Next. Oh no, this is a rumor. This could be bad.
No.
Something is going to happen in space 5.
How do rumors get started?
Okay, now just read the rest of the card because that's the whole. The rumor is the whole text of the card. This could be really good or
Wait.
really bad.
That didn't have to move the symbol
Nope.
at the top.
Am I reading the rumor now, or is this the whole card?
The whole rest of the card is the rumor.
Did
As
you
you
do
s-
number 4, whatever that next symbol
It's
was?
going to be all explained.
As you search for the rumored living darkness, the impulse to cut into your own flesh grows stronger. Man, I've already done that.
Sure,
once
doesn't
this
it?
game.
Always, yeah.
Little by little, it wants to reduce
Thematically, it's
you
worked.
to nothing.
It's like this game went to high school with me.
Shadow beneath Chicago. Ongoing rumor. As an encounter, an investigator on Space 5 may search for the living darkness that has caused hundreds to take their own lives. That is a check of observation. If he passes, he may spend clues equal to his...
No, you should roll. You got to do your.
No, that's when
if-
you're
this
on
if you're on that
Chicago.
space.
Okay.
What's the little guy with the hat and the gun?
That's number of players.
Oh, okay.
So 4 clues.
So if he passes, he may spend clues equal to the number of players to solve this rumor. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, each investigator impairs each of his skills twice, then solve this rumor. Ugh. Okay. And then if you fail, I guess, is this the fail? What is the... Or if that's the symbol?
That's the
Oh, no.
reckoning symbol.
Discard one
It's not
Eldritch
happened
token
yet.
from this card. So, okay.
No. Oh, actually, let me see. That might mean...
My despair.
Oh, so that's like a clock. When the reckoning symbol comes up, we remove these Eldritch tokens. Well,
Okay.
I'll let you explain that. So just read this bottom part of the card. So and then say every time a reckoning symbol comes up.
Read the very bottom part? The blue part?
So if that happens 4 times before we've solved the rumor, that's when we impair the skills.
How do you know it's
twice.
4? Oh, because that's the 4 at the top, right?
It's yes, correct.
Okay. And then every time what comes up?
The
Sorry.
reckoning symbol is that red
Okay.
circle.
All right, so, and then also we get 4 Eldritch tokens on this rumor, and then every time the reckoning symbol comes up, we discard 1 Eldritch token from this card. So does this card go to Chicago?
It just sits on the board or near
Okay.
it, so we know that there's a bad thing happening.
Sit over here by
There's
Chicago.
plenty of good space there. So,
Doesn't it go like that?
Yeah, probably.
so that's if we don't deal with it in time, we're all gonna lose 2 from all our skills, which would be incredibly, incredibly bad. But
So we have to go here to deal with this?
and we have to pass a skill test and discard 4
Gotta be you.
clues. Yeah, I've already got 3. That's pretty good. But unfortunately, I've shipped half the way to Africa already.
Well, you gotta find a way to get me away from you.
Yeah.
It's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, but we didn't move any doom or open any new gates. So who needs to go first next turn? Anybody? I mean,
I want to run
I
away.
mean, I want to rest, but it's not really going to matter.
So
when
dealing
I-
with that gate down there, is that coming up?
the next one is red, which is going to
Okay.
add 1 doom unless we deal with this gate.
I could go there. I gotta go through the Nile River anyway to get there.
Yeah, and you're going to get there before Nikki to maybe.
Do I wanna
keep going
try
for
it?
the
Yeah, do I
adventure.
wanna-
Might as well, right?
Okay.
Well, but also this is
I know.
yeah.
Can I deal with that?
You don't really. It's like the thing that Kevin drew. You just don't know what's going to be there. It's a complex encounter. It could be anything.
Yeah, why do you need to go to the Nile? Just because you want to continue the
he wants
adventure?
to close it. He wants
It's
to close the gate.
both.
But
Both.
this gate's going to come up sooner,
This
right?
gate is going to come up
Yes.
soon.
Yeah, and you could move here.
No, I can't get there easily. Well,
Local
yes, I
path.
can.
Yeah,
I'm
Local
it's-
path and
There.
uncharted.
It's a ship and then a local path.
Yeah, that's what I should do. I think first.
All right. So does it matter who's the first player?
Unless you think I need to deal with that adventure, right? It's just an adventure.
It's just an adventure, but
Yeah.
it gets us good stuff
I
so
know.
far.
I mean, I got a bunch of magic relics.
Do you?
If I
Sleep.
if I rest, which I don't need to do at this point
Right.
in time. Go ahead and pass that, since it doesn't seem like either one of us needs to go
No,
first.
it doesn't seem to be any important timing. Let's just continue passing it unless
Okay.
there is like someone needs to kill a monster or
Yes,
something
okay.
like that. Okay, I am in the wilderness. I'm going to head back towards Chicago and deal with this thing. Move me to Arkham because I have a ship token. I will do a double move.
Okay.
Now my influence is better, so I will try to acquire assets at Arkham and
Do you think you might get a
shop or
clue?
something. I can exchange clues psychically across the world,
Oh, 'cause
so
I
we're
got a
not
clue
actually
for
that
you.
concerned about it. I'm just going to try and get an axe or a hired muscle or something like that. What did I get?
Oh,
6,
yay.
5, 4.
Yeah.
So I can get an axe or a hired muscle. Or a 45.
You can
Ooh,
take
that's
more
plus
bank
3.
loans out.
I'm not really
And get
more.
an ally.
I know I could. Or I could take a bank loan and get the guide,
Yeah.
which is really kind of cool.
You want more stuff carved in your head?
I mean, well, the first one worked out.
He did okay, and he's
You know
got,
what?
He's got full
Live
health, and he's
dangerously.
got full.
This is a
full
4.
mental.
This ally will never let me down, and nothing bad will ever happen. to me.
Okay.
So take
all right.
a bet.
I'll take a bank loan, and now we have holy water out there for sale.
Holy water!
Holy moly water. a bank loan is a common card. It's just the one thing I can't actually look at the back of.
Right.
All right, Nikki, take your 2 actions.
Nice. I am going.
Debt. It's actually debt. Yeah.
Debit.
Debit. I took a debit.
All right.
You can also try to test influence to get rid of your debt. That's how you pay it off. So I
Oh,
might
you
have
just didn't have a
I
chance
just
to do
didn't
it.
have a chance last time.
So I'll move down to the pyramids,
Sure, you'll take that train.
and then I'm going to do my action again. We need more clues out on the board.
That's
so.
actually really good, yes. And you could also, now you can take a free move also if you want to get to one of these spaces.
All right.
Because these are local paths.
Where are these
Sahara
clues
Desert or number 19.
So this is
Sahara
the
Desert is here. That ain't
Right.
bad.
Or number what?
19.
And then
Here
19.
somewhere.
Here's
Here?
18. That's fine.
Eight.
Sahara Desert's
Sahara
way better.
Desert. It
Too bad it
is.
didn't get to you when you were there.
No. So there's
Oh,
the
you're
clue
right.
for
No,
that.
I got that one.
There's the 19.
I mean, 19 is no good. That's actually a really
19.
great ability.
Say
So
again.
you still, because it's not an action, you could take a local path to Alexandria or Cairo or Tel El Amarna if you wanted to get to one of those spaces. Otherwise, your encounter is going to be at the pyramids this turn.
Well, I don't think I'm much help with fighting anybody with anything. So
Well, but these are our mysteries which
Okay.
help us win the game.
Sure.
You could at least try. I mean, all 3 of you could try
Yes.
one this turn.
I'm just
Okay.
going to stay until El
So
Amarna.
you want
And
me
in
to-
fact, if you succeed, then
Alexandria.
they have other things to do.
Alexandria.
Sure.
Is that cool with?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
all
Lincoln, Jack, where are you going? Or what are you doing?
I guess I'm going to stay. It sucks, but the thing is if we can have one of us succeed, right? That's all we need.
Sure. I mean, as long as you guys, well, yeah, as long as you guys split up. Or you could both go here, and then
I could also just
if
go to
you
the
fail,
Nile.
he goes here.
I'm planning to go to Cairo anyways. There's a city there I can shop.
There's
and
no-
I'll
If I
rest.
do that, let's just do that. That way we have a double chance of solving that one, and I can do something in
And
Cairo.
you can also trade if you,
You
need
guys
to.
could pass stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll move you first. That's 0 actions.
Right.
You still can.
I will.
Assets.
Yeah. Let me see if I
I
can
mean, it
get
doesn't hurt.
like either the holy water or the
Or the hired muscle.
Like it's just its influence though. It's 2, which I'm not.
Yeah.
Not super influential.
But since they're all 2, you could also throw one out and see what comes up next.
Okay.
You want to toss a card? We have an axe, a 45, and hired muscle. We probably don't need all 3 of those in there.
Which one's the weakest? The axe.
Hired muscle is +1, but it also has a reroll. And the axe has 2, but a reroll, but you spend sanity. That doesn't
Well,
seem
we're
right.
pretty
the
sane
Yeah,
now.
let's get rid of that.
Axe is gone.
The gun's better. All right, there's now an ancient tome there,
It's another 2 though.
which is but it's magic. It's better than having 3 weapons out there.
And then I think I'll just rest because I have a couple of samples that I need to look into here.
Great.
So the first one is the fossilized samples. It says item relic. When you perform a rest action, you may examine the fossils. If you pass, flip this card. So it's observation. So I roll 3.
Cool. You got it.
Flip it. Fossilized samples. You have discovered a collection of animal bones that were used as tools and tablets. Are they like iPad tablets? On which the knowledge of the ancient civilization was recorded. Deciphering the long dead language could teach you much about the world. Improve 2 skills of your choice, then discard this card.
Nice.
Wow. Man, I got to tell you, I think influence is probably one I should
Seems pretty
increase.
good. He's
And
got
then-
some over there.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
And then
These are the
maybe,
names.
I don't know. What do you think?
What are you low in?
Nothing really. Maybe will, because
Yeah.
almost every monster comes with a will check before the combat.
Well, especially because this next one is a -1 will. So I can roll
great.
2 if
Well,
I
yeah.
do that. So the other one, when I rest, when you perform a rest action, the spirits of the dead whisper to you. This card.
Okay.
This card. So I could have rolled 3, but I'm only going to get to roll 2. Come on.
Come on.
Sweet. I double passed it. Canopic jar. At first you believed you were dreaming, but then you realized you could hear the voice of an alien being trapped inside the canopic jar. It tells you the secrets of the cosmos. Look for Carl Sagan. And offers
This is like the
you
Indiana
salvation if
Jones
you
Crystal
release
Skull
it.
card.
Yeah.
Resolve 1 effect of your choice. Improve, observation, then flip this card. Or you may spend 2 clues to advance the active mystery by 1. Then discard this card.
Oh, that means
We could resolve that
placing a
entire mystery.
token and essentially solving this mystery of the Black
That
Wind.
sounds pretty good to me.
But he doesn't have 2 clues.
you
I know.
can't psychically give him one?
That's an action that I would have had to take on my turn.
Then I will improve my observation,
Okay.
and then I'll try again the next time I play.
That's great to know, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that is really good. Although that would use up the item. It can.
If I do this,
It's
a
if you
one-shot.
do it's a one
The
shot.
second, if you do
'Cause
the
it doesn't
second one,
say-
you lose the card.
right.
oh yeah, the other one gets rid of the cards, but this lets
Right.
I get to another shot at it.
Right.
Yep.
Does
Cool.
that mean I could keep improving my
I
observation?
guess you
if
could
I
if you
just
keep
choose
on
that?
making that
You're
check.
Okay.
super observant.
This
Very.
one's discarded.
Those were excellent items.
Egg salad.
That was all your actions. Kevin, what are your actions?
I'm going
You
to
wanna
go
also go to Cairo?
Cairo.
Yes, please.
That is no actions so far.
And I will rest.
Okay.
What do you gain by resting?
You gain 1 of each, so just 1 health and sanity if you need it.
I don't need it. It hasn't gone down yet. And then should I shop or should I get a ticket is the question.
Right now, you don't really need the tickets, but we're all going to be heading out of Egypt eventually.
no ticket.
You had to give up your guns and stuff, so.
I had to give up a
he
gun.
still has
I
a
have my
good
dagger,
weapon.
which is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
I think I'll get a ticket. I'll take a C ticket, please.
Yeah.
C ticket? You want the E tickets.
All right,
The
done
ticket
with actions. Encounters, I'm in Arkham, so I will have an Arkham encounter. The shopkeeper at the general store offers to sell you old papers from the Silver Twilight Lodge. I make an influence check, having 1 more die.
Certainly.
Yeah.
That's a 5, isn't it?
Yep.
It is. If you pass, you find guides for mastering magic. Gain 1 non-ritual spell. If you fail, he sells your name. Okay, that didn't happen.
Sells your name?
I didn't get a curse.
He
of
sells your
Bane.
name to a
He sells
marketing
your,
company.
He sells your name to Facebook. And
I am Cambridge Analytica.
1 non-ritual spell. Nikki, where are you?
Yes, sir.
You're
I'm
in
down
Alexandria?
Yeah. I'm gonna take care of this business, a mystery encounter.
The mystery encounter.
Mystery.
It's a black
Mystery
wind.
date.
It could be very complex.
So I just read the top
Yeah.
part. The black wind drifts silently from one place to another, leaving only death and disease in its wake. The goddess Isis visits you in a dream, commanding you to dispense her blessings upon her people, such that she may ease their suffering. You try to use her power to heal those afflicted. So I'm using a lore check.
Okay.
And I do have
have a
something that
bonus?
helps with lore, the arcane scroll. But
I think that's
a
only for
spell
spells.
effect.
This is not a spell effect, it's just a test.
This one is a tome.
That is when you
Decipher a cryptic message.
you have to take an
text.
action to do it. So you don't have anything that gives you a bonus for this.
Okay,
It's just
so
3 dice.
3 dice.
Sweet.
Yay.
Good
Oh
roll.
my gosh.
Just save that up for
So I read the red one, right?
no.
Okay.
All right.
You clench your will and. All right.
Word of your healing powers spreads. Sensing the turning tide, the black wind attempts to possess you directly.
Now you roll will. Just roll
Will.
it.
Just roll it and
Yep,
then we'll
it'll
worry
tell you
about it
pass or
later.
fail.
Do
It looks
anything
like
that improves your will?
no, she has no bonuses for that.
Nothing.
Wow, good rolling.
6 and a 3.
That's all you need.
If you pass, dispel it from your mind. Place this Eldritch token on the active mystery. If you fail, no, I pass.
You pass.
So it
Yes,
gets
that
to
one's
go
done.
on there.
And that's just to confirm equal to half the number of players. We have solved the first of our 3 mysteries.
Wonderful.
Hooray.
We blew that one out
That
of the
is
water.
fantastic. And we don't have to read any more Black Wind cards.
Good.
Now, you guys are going to get your encounters, but they're going to be hopefully easier. The next mystery. Worshippers of a Forsaken Pharaoh. The Church of Starry Wisdom was founded upon the premise of unlocking the mysteries of the shining trapezohedron.
What?
Now they aim to bring about the return of Nephren Ka, the Dark Pharaoh.
Okay.
After an investigator resolves a location encounter on the Egypt sideboard, which you guys may be just about to do,
Yeah.
he may spend a clue to track down the followers of the Dark Pharaoh. If he spends the clue, a cultist monster ambushes him. Ambush means it comes out immediately and fights you and then goes back in the bag. It does not stick around on the board.
Okay.
If he defeats it, place an Eldritch token on this card, and then if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to the number of players, solve this mystery. So essentially, we have to spend 4 clues and defeat 4 cultists.
Got it.
Cultists, by the way, you must pass you have a 1 will check and then a lore -1. So even though you guys are our combat monsters, it's actually me and Nikki who are the better at fighting the cultists.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That's lore.
It's lore.
I got lore of
Dang it, I
just
didn't
because
I got
they're
lore of
special.
1, so that means I would never beat a cultist.
It does. It means you would start. It means you would have 0 dice, but the minimum is 1.
No
so
dice.
Okay.
You still would have a chance.
Barely.
So we do need to go defeat. We need to hunt down cultists. Is our next task. All right. Encounter.
Yep. City encounter, I guess.
I guess so. There's nothing else for you to do.
But that starts the mystery, is that right?
That is the second mystery. Yeah, I'm putting it here. It doesn't matter where it goes.
but it's anytime we resolve an encounter on the Egypt
a
board?
location encounter. So not a clue encounter or
But
a
like
game
a
encounter.
Cairo encounter.
Yes, correct.
Uh,
But he has. You both have clues. You actually have the option. Although
I got 4.
you're both bad at lore.
The bent I'm Alexandria. Okay.
Cairo.
Oh, Cairo. Cairo. You spend hours at the bazaar of Khan el Khalili, searching for something of value. Observation.
Nice.
Khalili?
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
passed it. Okay, twice.
Yay.
If you pass, you discover a powerful object. Gain 1 relic unique asset.
You're relicking it up.
You are relicking it up. Here is your. I didn't shuffle
If you
this
fail,
very
you do
well.
not notice being pickpocketed. Discard 1
Oh,
possession.
that sucks.
Oh, wow. Since you did just complete a location encounter on the Egypt board, you do have the option to try and hunt down a cult member by spending a clue. A cultist.
Do I want to do that? You kind of need one for
I
your
mean,
to deal
yeah,
with
I
this.
kind of need one. I definitely need one from somebody when I go to Chicago. And I would say save it for Nikki to fight the cultists since they do need lore.
Okay.
Just remembering that you do have the option, though.
Okay.
But yeah, you fighters are not good at fighting cultists. who
I need
take
another clue
lore.
just to do this one. If I succeed to.
You do need 2 to do that.
Hold on
yeah.
your clues.
Oh, because that's actually that
But
counts
solves
as
it.
it counts
It's
as
like when
that.
the active one
Yeah.
gives spend 2
All right,
clues to
Kevin.
advance the active mystery by 1.
Cairo.
Cairo.
Hold on. Before we get carried away. 'cause
Sure,
I
he's
think
got a
it says,
relic.
when you gain this card from the deck, gain 1 clue.
Wow, nice.
What is this lightning? What is that symbol?
That's the reckoning symbol that will come up throughout the Mythos deck, so something will happen.
So I have to leave this face up. The auto reveals its true purpose to you. Flip this card. Okay, so
Oh,
when
neat.
that happens.
There's your clue.
Yep.
All right, sir, in Cairo also.
Cairo, in a chamber beneath the desert, a beast emerges from the dark. It resembles the Sphinx, but its face is horrific. I have to do a will check.
I will check that.
4 die, please.
4 die.
I want to pass this.
4 die. 4 die.
I see a 5.
Yeah.
Well, I
that's-
pass
Alright.
it. So. If you pass, you see an object that drives the beast away. Gain 1 relic unique asset.
Ooh, wow. It's a canopic jar. It
Hey, same thing
may or may not,
as-
but it's
Could
probably
be
different on the
the same
back.
on the other. Yeah.
So it's when you rest, you have to make a skill check, same as Lincoln's. All right, that was everyone's encounter.
Yeah.
Mythos. Move the omen. It goes to the red circle, and that moves doom by 1
Yeah.
because of that gate to 10.
Okay.
The second symbol is reckoning.
Yeah, I got that.
A lot of us have that. They happen in this order. First, monsters, which is this. The serpent people.
You.
Someone roll 1 die. On a 1 or 2, the nearest investigator, which looks like me, must move 1 space towards this monster.
Uh-oh.
It's a 4.
Good. Apparently, they are very irresistible somehow.
Simply
And you have to go
irresistible.
towards the Amazon. All right. The next thing that happens is the Ancient Ones sheet. No one is on a space with a cultist, so that thing doesn't happen. But we all have to go towards the bent pyramid or lose a sanity. I'm going to lose the sanity because I really need to move towards Chicago.
Okay.
Okay.
Move. You guys are all here, so you would just go to the pyramids
I'm going
Yeah.
to the pyramid.
or lose a sanity.
I
You guys all want to go to the
Yeah.
pyramids? You could trade items while you're all there next turn.
Yeah.
All right. It doesn't seem worth it since it's a free move to get away from there to wherever else we are. All right. Then it's active mythos cards like the Rumor, which loses one of these Eldritch tokens. Thank you, sir.
I don't want it to lose.
And then it's our player cards. So for me, oh man, the guys are coming for my debt again.
Oh.
I'm gonna flip this debt condition.
No.
Hitmen! These debts are serious, you guys.
You said it was free money. What was all that about?
Yeah. I remember
You
that
see
too.
now that it was no ordinary bank you borrowed from. Some armed men confront you. I was in Africa. They followed me all the way back to America.
Gotta collect.
Some armed men confront you and demand you repay what you owe. I have to make a strength check, and my strength is 1. If you fail, lose 3 health.
Oh boy, and he's got 4. Oh! Spectacular
All right.
fail.
I'm gonna try to prevent up to 2 of the health with my Flesh Ward
Well, this
spell.
went really well last
Hey, give me 3 more dice. That was a fluke, buddy. Trust me. I can cast this spell successfully.
There you go.
There we go.
How funny when it comes to you, it works.
So I lose 1 health from the hitmen and pay my debt instead of 3. Yeah, when it comes to me, I cross all the T's and dot the I's. I got 1 success. I flip Flesh Ward. The spell causes skin to writhe and reform like a living being. No additional effect. And then it flips back. So
Okay.
it was only because I got 0. It's no.
Nikki, what do you got for the reckoning?
I got my condition, so I just lose a sanity.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
it. Just sanity
You need
going.
2 change.
No,
two,
she had a 1.
2 brains and
I
change.
had a one.
Okay,
All right.
I get to flip this card. Since finding the idol, your dream. Show me the idol. Throw me the idol. Since finding the idol, your dreams have been filled with wonder. You have experienced amazing adventures in other worlds where you met fascinating people and battled terrifying creatures. Each morning, you awake having lived an entire lifetime overnight.
Wow.
What is the game? What was the game in Rick and Morty? Roy or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's taking Roy off the grid.
You may spend 1 clue to improve a skill of your choice and flip this card.
Wow.
Holy cow! I'm
You
flipping
are the
a
skill master.
well, should I spend it and flip a?
Oh yeah,
a
actually you
upgrade
should,
lore?
because you're the guy who's closest to getting there. You and Nikki both can probably fight cultists.
Well, these are just gonna. I'm gonna just keep. I have
That's
a couple things that
nice.
just keep. Because it's just then flip this card.
No way.
Yes.
You get to keep on just doing that?
Yes.
Wow, he's gotten the best cards.
I know he has. Well, he is an archaeologist.
I know what I'm
Yeah,
looking for.
Raiding tombs and stuff.
Moderate Jack, he's not just cheesy.
Wow, that's really good, man. It's
He's
probably the
not all
best. Like, there's
cheese.
probably worse ones, worse like
Yeah.
artifacts, and you got a really good one. All right. Any other reckoning things?
That was it.
And do you have any?
Nope.
Wow, okay, that was a lot of stuff for 1 symbol. Another gate opens. Nikki, flip the next gate, and then we'll put a monster on it. It's in Cairo.
Cairo.
Glad we got out of there.
It also has the
we need to
green
close.
symbol, which means it's 2 rotations away from adding a thing.
Here we go.
Well, the one that I was
Monster.
avoiding is again next turn. You know, the one down in the Nile.
Yes,
River.
we still all of
Delta.
our. Well, actually, this is now our least urgent gate. What do we got?
Zombie.
Zombie.
Zombie. Zombie.
Okay.
Please stop. Please stop.
There.
That, okay, that's a reckoning
that
effect.
does happen
so
right now,
no,
doesn't
we
it?
already passed that
Okay,
symbol.
So it's just a zombie.
It'll possibly happen again later.
Do I rotate this now, or does that come later?
That only comes that we did that at the beginning of the
Got
turn. Then the last thing is the event. This dark intelligence somehow embedded its maliciousness in its own stories. Little by little, these stories have crept into your mind, poisoning you. Curse of knowledge. Each investigator discards half of his clues.
Geek.
You always round up in this game, so if you have 1, you discard it, and I discard 2 of my 3s.
Gosh, that doesn't make sense. That's just
It's
ridiculous.
awful.
That is
Then-
So these are
a setback.
discarded.
Yeah, just out of the box, yeah.
That is a
Wow, so we just
setback.
lost 3 of our 5. Then the lead investigator, which is me, gains a cursed condition.
Wonderful.
Isn't it? It's just fantastic.
Well, Cthulhu's a bad dupe.
Well, he ain't a nice guy, no. I will take a cursed condition, and then we'll start our next turn.
But what does he get out of it?
Well, he's going to destroy the world.
Yeah, that's
so,
what he wants.
Yeah. All right. Nikki, take your 2 actions when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where am I? I moved up there. Okay. One of these is an action I thought I could do. You attempt to decipher cryptic message. Can I do that? Just so I can flip the card?
If that's
It's
an action you're taking.
It's an action.
So you do test lore.
Okay. So 3.
Yay.
Nice.
I did.
All right, flip it.
So I flip it, and cryptic text. You notice a message scrawled in the book's margin. To my beloved Bess. Answer, tell, pray, and answer. Look, tell, answer, and answer, tell. Love, Harry.
Okay.
Yeah. Resolve one effect of your choice. All right. I can recover a sanity or discard one madness condition. Ooh. Then flip the card. Or I can. You or another investigator on any space may discard one condition, then discard this card. All right.
But you have a mental condition,
I
right?
have a condition, a madness condition. I could get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I just got cursed.
Okay.
But you flip the card if you do it to yourself, right?
No, it's
If I get rid
that
of
one's
a
better. Yeah.
condition, I have to get rid of this
No, the
card.
first one is discard a madness and flip. So
Yeah.
you can do that and then
To
later
yourself.
do the other one.
Do it again.
Do it to yourself.
So I should just
You did it to yourself.
top one.
recover a sanity.
No, or discard a madness condition.
No one else.
I'm going to do the top one
Yeah.
and get rid of my despair. So now I can be able to rest and regain
Yes.
Yep.
health and stuff, which was bad.
Yes.
Okay, and then I flip the card back.
Slap it up.
So that was
rub
one
it
of my
down.
actions.
Yep.
Is
no.
trading stuff an action?
It is an action, so yes.
I don't know if I have anything anybody
Yeah, you may or
wants.
may not.
I could trade with you guys since we're all in the same space.
But you all are pretty geared up.
If not, I'm going to do my other action, which is to put a clue
Put
out on
clues
the
out.
board.
Yes, please put it
Okay.
out here somewhere.
Yeah, since we have
All
two
right.
clues between us now.
There's 2 clues.
Let's see what I got. I got 18
That's
It's all
down
the way
here.
down
It's
there.
not that far from where you guys are.
and Istanbul.
Oh, that's right next to where you guys are.
Yeah, do that.
So do
better.
Istanbul. Put that one out. Throw that one. Done.
Okay. Lincoln, 2 actions.
I
guess
will-
this one's the urgentest one
Yeah,
right here.
I will go. I can't get there easily though. I guess it's a free
you're
movement
right.
to Tahumaheme.
Yeah,
Right?
you're right.
Oh no, it's not.
no.
I have to move to the heart of Africa.
Oh, but then it's free to
no,
get to there.
Pyramids, yeah.
This is your full movement.
And that's
No,
a
no,
free
no,
move.
no. I'm here. I'm in the pyramids.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
into the pyramids.
No, you go to Heart of Africa.
Here.
Then it's a free move
Okay,
to
let's
Nile.
just do that.
Yeah,
You take the uncharted path to Africa.
right. Then you just bop over to the Nile.
And there was nothing I could do there anyway. I could deal
You
with.
can,
No, there's nothing. I
There's
can do.
no. You can trade before you leave, or you can rest and do one of your things.
Oh, yeah, let's rest.
before you leave.
So
Just a
Or
full
actually, either
correct.
space is fine. Yeah. That's a
Yay.
special
You
thing
did.
that's this deck here.
Yeah.
It's a complex
so
encounter.
you're going to choose
So
one
once
of those.
again, I'm going to improve observation and flip the card because
That's
I don't have
crazy
2
good.
clues.
I know.
I know. There is a
insane.
+2 on the back.
Can I keep going past 2?
No, that actually +2 on the token is the limit. so you are maximum
the goal
observation
is then to
now.
try to get 2 clues so that I can actually advance
Right.
the active mystery by 1.
Right.
The next time it happens.
Yes. Kevin, 2 actions.
All right. Well, is it more important to get a clue or to deal with this gate in Africa?
They're both pretty important.
What would you say is more important?
I don't know. Whichever one smells better to you.
So improve lore here, or I'm sorry, improve influence here in Istanbul. Is that an action?
That
or is
just means that that's sort of a
that's what you're going to get from encountering in
reasonably
Istanbul?
common thing
Okay.
in the encounters, yes.
We should try to get that token because we need it.
Yeah,
The clue?
that's true. He's
Yeah.
right.
Is it an action to get it from each one of us? To get these?
Yes, I can
Ugh.
trade with a single investigator, so yes.
Okay, I will move up here
I
via
can't just
train,
absorb all of them.
and I will rest to gain 1 health. And did I take away 1? No, I'm okay mentally.
So you say.
Do you get to do that thing when you rest, or is that a separate action? The
canopy.
canopy.
Yeah, you do.
When you perform a rest action, the spirits of the dead whisper to you, so that's -1.
Mind.
Will.
Will.
Yeah, you got
Oh, yeah.
3.
So I get 3.
That's not bad.
Yay!
Flip it over.
Since finding this jar, your dreams have been visited by the spirits from your past, offering their forgiveness for your previous failures. Wow, thank you. Speaking with them renews your confidence and dissolves your fear of others. Resolve one effect of your choice. Improve your influence and flip this card, or gain one random ally asset from the deck and then discard this card.
Ooh.
Influence your change your influence. What's your influence at? 2. Do that first.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Keep going
too.
until it gets up to 2,
For
and
buying
then
stuff?
do it.
Yes, I need a
You need one of these.
plus
Here you
one
go.
influence.
There
I
you
know
go.
you've got like
No,
1,000.
he's got-
No, I got him.
Here you go.
I think
That's
It's
the
orange, isn't it?
Or
Here you go.
the light
All
blend.
right, Lincoln,
I
and
don't
1,000
think
tokens
two.
have already.
There's more over here. He's just used them
Yeah.
all.
All right.
Oh, I did not tell you guys, when I drew my spell, I hadn't shuffled the deck yet, so I didn't tell you till I got it. I got a Plumb the Void spell, which is essentially a teleport. It lets me move an investigator of my choice to any space.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I don't know what the side effects are if I fail or,
Right.
or only succeed a little bit, but in a pinch, that could be pretty great.
It's like
And
he's
yet
inside out. Is that
I
what it is?
do. Where is there a space anywhere that says gain
He
some
exploded.
clues? London spawns clues. Do I want to try and do that? Do I want to go to London?
We need clues.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the clues to deal with this, right?
No, not anymore.
So I
Okay.
guess
Are you doing actions?
yes. But I don't have any way to I mean, I could take your one clue, but we still
is a
need
clue
4.
here.
I know,
I'm
but
the only one.
that's-
He did not get that yet. Okay. Well, I don't have
Okay,
2.
wait, that's actually a good idea. 1, 2. I will go. I'm out of tickets.
Yeah.
I'll go to London.
Yeah.
Then you'll go to France.
And
you'll
I'll
have
buy
that
a.
encounter?
I'll get a.
I see London, I see
ticket.
France.
So I mean, if I have to, I'll get this, or I'll eventually get there, or I could try to teleport. But I will have a London
I'm
encounter
going
and
to
try to get
probably
clues.
do
Spawn
more
it,
clues
yeah.
on my next action.
If anybody ever has 2 or 3 clues, I mean, I can get them from the
Get a
Chicago thing.
clue.
Oh, all right, who's the first encounter person? You?
Me?
Where are you?
I am in
I am
the
you.
pyramids.
You're in the pyramids.
So what do I get?
You
'Cause that's
get-
nature, one of those ones?
I guess it is. It's just a generic one.
The terrain ahead of you looks impassable, but going around would take too long. You'll need to find some way to move forward. So I use my observation, which is pretty good. All right,
Okay.
4.
4 dice.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
3 passes.
3 passes. If you pass,
Yahtzee.
discover a path. Move 1 space. If you, so I just move. I
Yeah.
can just move
You
1
You get a free
space.
move.
It's not that.
You might as well go
exciting.
here. And,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get to deal with it now, but you get
true.
to. Well, or you could go to a city.
Well, she
and
could
do-
go here, then her next turn, do you have a C card? Well, you could just
I
use
could
one
go
move
to
to
London.
get more clues on the board.
That isn't too bad.
Well, she can put clues on the board wherever she's at.
I can.
Yes, but if she could double it,
I could
one in
double it.
London and one with her ability,
And one
that's
in
not a
France.
Or
terrible
she could
idea.
leave you free to do whatever while she moves here, uses the free move, and then, to go here and get this clue.
That's not bad either. If you were in Heart of Africa, well, then
I don't know if I'm really can be fighting stuff unless it's a lore thing or something.
there are the cultists are lore things, so you do want to be fighting cultists. One of us should be in Africa, you or me.
All right, I'll go.
All right.
So for my 1 move, because of that,
All right.
my that pyramid thing,
The heart of Africa.
I'm in
It's
the
kind of a
heart
bummer that she doesn't get another like
something
encounter
more interesting.
though, or another encounter there.
Yeah.
All right, Lincoln, where are you? What are you doing? The
Deal.
gate or the mystery?
Denial.
The gate you said was coming up. Let's
Yeah,
do
it is. Yeah, it is.
Gate?
Give him that.
The Great Hall of Selenio. As you wander through the labyrinth and shelves, the lights are suddenly extinguished. You can hear scraping noises in the darkness, paralyzing you with fear. You try to summon the courage and find your way in the dark. Roll my will, my recently improved will. Yeah. Okay, moving through the aisles, you try to recall the layout of the library. This is
Lore
lore. Is this every one of these things? It's you just keep doing each one of these?
I think they all have multiple tests on them.
Okay. Moving through the aisles, you pass.
Hang on. You're rolling lore.
Now it's lore, yeah.
Doesn't Eric Weiss give you +1 lore for skill
yeah,
checks?
That's right. Oh wow, I've got an extra I've got
Observation. You've got 6 observation.
Yes.
You've only been rolling 4 or 5. So you have 4 dice for lore, right?
Yeah.
Lore on Airquace.
I forgot about him.
I know.
He's like minor
You don't
league.
need
I'm
him.
glad you remember.
I just saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you pass, you find your way to an exit. Close this gate.
Nice.
Oh,
Sweet.
wow.
That was
Here.
And then I read the next thing.
Sure. If it's still in that part.
Okay, you stay where you are, and soon some creature claws at you in the dark. Strength.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yay.
Yay.
Yep.
Oof,
Yep.
one pass.
Nice.
If you pass, you drive the beast away, and it leaves behind a book. Gain 1 tome unique asset.
Wow.
Wow, Link.
Well, that one's done.
It's a cryptic text.
One
Sweet.
gate down. 1 gate to go.
So it's an action to do this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gates are discarded until we need to go through the entire stack again, which will probably never happen.
Cool.
All right, good job. And it also stops the track from adding Doom, which is what we wanted. Kevin's encounter.
I'm going to do the clue encounter here.
Great, that's this.
It's a, what is it called?
It's a-
knowledge?
Research encounter.
Research.
Because I'm in a city, I'll read this city text. An archaeologist probes you for information disgusting about a recent dig.
I'm the
That is an
archaeologist.
observation check, so I have to roll 2, please.
Two, please.
2, please. To believe.
To believe, which we all know means love. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God. If you pass, you realize he belongs to the Brotherhood of the Beast and that they are searching for something. Gain this clue. If you fail, you speak without reservation, blah, blah, who cares?
Great.
We got it.
Good work. All right, I am in London, hoping to spawn some clues. That's this orange deck. London. You learn much from studying a stranger's collection of statuary. Gain 1 clue.
Boom.
Sweet.
Okay.
You have to ask him to let you leave.
Oh.
Influence -1.
Oof.
The good news is my urban guide gives me +1, so I'm actually back to 3. The bad news is I'm cursed, so only 6s are successes.
Oh.
Fart.
Wait, is there
Yes.
anything I can help you with?
I
No.
don't think so.
Let's around you or another.
It's that curse that I need to get rid of.
Okay.
All right, come on, 6. I hate this curse already.
Yes!
Double
Okay, wait,
sixes?
no, that's no good either.
triple?
That's a curse. Yeah, it is triple 6s.
That's a curse?
That's the curse. I roll 6 on only 6 on every die. If you pass,
To me.
you depart with a gift. Gain 1 treasure map unique asset.
Nice.
Oh.
If I failed, my ally would have been turned to stone.
Oh, that's no good.
But I got a treasure
Sorry,
map.
buddy. I'll press on.
Just don't.
Let's see, treasure
When
map.
you were
And
gone.
you get to hang out with this
turn
creepy
to
dude.
stone.
You
Right.
can't
Well,
leave.
when I've
The ally, I mean.
that's right. Treasure map, and is that's when you gain this card, place 1 random clue.
Nice.
Which is, but it's not. It tells you where to go. Space 6, which is here. I might actually be able to get there, and that's when you have an encounter there. You flip the card.
Nice.
All right, done with encounters.
Yeah,
You were
yo.
first. You get to read this card.
Uh-oh. Prepare.
It spawns a clue.
Get a clue.
I'll get a clue, and I'll give it to 17.
Aren't we supposed to be getting 2 clues?
You're right, and we missed that. I missed that on the rumor card from
Aye.
2 turns ago. Because of 4 players, spawn gate means spawn 1 gate, and spawn clues means 2 clues.
Oh.
So we will.
That's
We
clues.
should have had 1 more clue on the board from the other thing,
No, just pull it out.
which is space 8, and we get a second clue
Space 8, Space 8.
on Tell Alamarna right now from this one.
Go tell Alamana. All right.
However, we have some more bad ongoing rumor stuff.
Yeah, we do got rumors.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so the flavor is at the market, you learn that another group of men have been asking about the same lost temple. What? Exactly. You hope you get there first. Okay? Secrets of the past. It's an ongoing rumor. Investigators cannot resolve expedition encounters.
That's this. We weren't that concerned
okay.
about that either.
Okay.
It's okay for now. But it's got more.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
As an encounter, an investigator on the active expedition space may attempt to uncover secrets lost to time and history. So you use your observation.
Okay.
all
Oh,
right?
because I'm the master at observation.
You are. And if you,
Sherlock
what
Holmes
happens?
over here.
If he passes, he may spend clues equal to half the players to resolve this rumor.
Okay, and so we only need 2 clues and an observation, and what do we get if we do it? Oh, that will just...
Well,
Just gets rid of the
It just gets rid of it.
Gets
There's
rid of the
also
rumor.
reckoning. What happens on the reckoning part of it?
the reckoning. Search for expedition encounter deck for each card corresponding to the active expedition and return those cards to the game box.
Oof.
Then, if the expedition encounter deck is empty, investigators lose the game.
Oh,
that
nice.
sounds-
Very nice.
Sounds terrible.
Here.
Okay, so we actually have to take care of that at some point, or else we could lose the game.
Yep.
And that is the Himalayas there.
So we have to go
So we
deal
have
with
2
that?
ongoing rumors. Yeah, so we have 3 critically important things to deal with.
Okay.
This one, which will cripple all our skills if we don't get 4 clues taken care of there.
All right.
This one, which will lose the game if we don't spend 2 clues there. And of course, our mystery, which takes 4 clues to track down the
Wow.
cultists.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are there
Yeah.
even enough clues?
There are. I mean, we have 4 in our possession and 3 on the board.
No, there's 2 down there.
Okay, 5 on the board. So, but we just need to keep getting clues. That's the name of the
Okay,
game.
I'll keep
All
doing
right.
it.
4 up here too, by the way. Sydney
Okay.
never got its taken care
Oh,
of.
yeah.
You're right. That
1, 2,
one.
3,
That one's. It's
4,
so far away.
6.
So we got
Okay.
6 on the board.
There are enough out there, but we have to get them all and get to where they all are used.
All right.
Pass the player token unless we need somebody to go first next round.
Sure.
And then link. The good news is we've closed a gate. Our doom is not terrible, but we need to keep
We might
on
close another.
keeping on.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that one.
All right.
I'm going to deal with the adventure then here. Well, I'm still not in a city, but I can read a cryptic text. So first I'm going to rest with my canopic jar. I think this is the end of this, right? Oh, I don't have
Do you
2
sleep
clues
with
yet,
it like
though.
a teddy bear?
Let me do this other one first,
Yes.
just in case I get a clue somehow. Okay, item, tome, action. You attempt to decipher a cryptic message in the text. Let's find out. So that's lore, and he does help me, so I get to roll 4 dice. Taking those dice that just roll 3 6s.
Nice.
Sweet, 2 passes. Okay. If you pass, you uncover secrets that could alter the fate of humanity. Flip this card! Cryptic text. Inside the book, you find a page from Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass with a note in the margin. Wonderland is closer than you think. Nothing is impossible. Resolve 1 effect of your choice. You may spend 1 sanity to gain 2 spells and discard 1 of them, then flip this card. Or you may discard 1 spell to discard 1 gate of your choice on any space, then discard this card. Wow. I don't have any spell cards. So I'm going to take, I'm going to spend a sanity, I might as well, because I need them to try to do this the next time and maybe get rid of a gate.
So, do you get 2?
You flip the card, when I get 2 spells and then discard 1,
So
then I
you're
flip this
choosing
card.
one of
Yep.
these 2.
But then I'll have one to,
To use next time.
yep, to try to do
Got
this
it,
again.
right.
I was hoping it'd be one of these, though. You may trade conditions, focus in, as part of a trade action. Once per round, when you improve a skill, improve that skill again. Wow.
Wow, wow, wee wah.
Wow. So I think I should take... Okay, so Glamour, it's once per round when you improve a skill, improve that skill again.
Jeez, you know what? You don't need that. I mean, like someone else needs that spell, right?
Yeah, you're
But
so
can I do
Other, you're just using it for ammo for that other
Yes.
side of the card.
You may
It
trade
doesn't really matter.
conditions, focus, improvement tokens, and impairment tokens as part of a trade action.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would be the benefit
I
of
don't know,
that?
save somebody or
Like
Oh, I could just take it away.
you could
from
trade.
somebody who's not in
Someone
good
could
shape.
just give you their madness if it was about to kill them, that kind of thing.
I'll keep that one in case we can actually use it at some point in time. But I think I'm going to spend it to try to close
Seems
the gate.
like yeah. That was 1 action, right?
Yes, and then the other one will be the canopic jar, which is probably going to be my. No, I can't improve observation anymore. I'm not going to bother with it because I
Right,
need another.
because it
clue.
doesn't. Right, you need the other clue to do the second part of it.
And then I guess I did my 1 action. Which was rest. And that's it for now.
Yep. Okay, Kevin 2.
All right, I'm going to move to space 17.
That seems like a fine place to be.
And I will rest
I can't get my sanity up anymore, but my
Health is
I can
still
raise.
going up, and you do.
I got up to 6 now.
Sweet.
Do you
I
want
get
to do that
the
thing
epic
again?
jar, yes.
Yes. Which is what skill?
So it's will, so I get 3 because it's -1. Ooh, nope.
All right.
Didn't get
Nothing
to flip
happens.
it.
That was 2 actions. You moved and you rested.
Yep.
All right. I need to get blessed to get rid of this curse. Do you think I should go to Rome and see the Pope?
Is that actually an option?
I mean, I'm sure there is a place to
You
do
need
it,
to
but
get
I
our
don't know where.
tokens from us.
I know, you're right. But okay, this I think actually is not the most urgent encounter. I don't know which one's the most urgent. I only have 2 clues. So I could deal with this one possibly. This one takes 1 at a time, but 4. This one takes all 4, which I'm not close to. So I think I'm actually going to head to Africa. So I'm gonna move to Rome, spend my ship ticket to sail to the pyramids, and then I'll take the free local move to go to Tel Al Marna. So I've taken 1 action to move. Actually, does it matter where I go? I'll go to the city in Alexandria because I get a bonus for being in the city with my urban guide.
Yeah, but you could get that.
I know, but you have to do a location encounter to hunt down the cult. I'll let somebody else do this, or I'll get it later.
Okay.
I moved. I haven't taken a second action. I can't do my treasure map. I guess I could shop in Alexandria, but only 6s are successes, so let's see what happens. I get +1 because of my guide. See if I can buy some holy water or a tome. Nope, nothing.
You don't want to get another loan?
Well, it's worked out pretty well for me so far. I'm going to... Let's discard this muscle and see a new card. All right, Nikki, take 2 actions.
3.
Sure. First, I'll do the close. So give me 2, and then I'll
Yes, I like this plan.
put 1 out. Got 14 and the Heart of Africa.
You're right there, so let's not even
Winner.
find 14.
Yep.
So what's up here? It's too far away. All right, second action.
I want to stay there, so I'm not
Yeah,
going
you
to move
do.
anything. So I guess I could do the cryptic text.
Yep.
Maybe it'll
That
help
is
somebody
lore
out.
3.
So 3. Yes.
Okay.
And again, that was
Oh, it can get rid of my curse.
right.
Thank you. Please,
Well,
please.
you don't know if she's going to do it.
So
What else would it do? Please.
on any space may discard 1 condition. Then I discard this card. So this will be the last time I have this.
It's
but
the only
Really-
condition in the game that
really get
really,
rid
it
of it.
really hurts. Thank you.
Done.
That's actually fantastic. All right. Did we all do actions? Yes, we did. Encounter.
Yep. I'm gonna do the adventure.
Okay. You need to. How good is your observation?
Pretty great.
Well, it's -1, buddy. So be careful.
So I get to roll 5.
Wait, I'm sorry. No, you have to first do a location on the Nile River, then you check
Okay.
observation -1. So Nile River is here.
You stop in a small town for a meal and some sleep, but the rooms are very expensive. I'd use influence, and I'll find out. I did not pass.
You shall not pass.
If you fail, you are distracted by your exhaustion. Impair observation. So what does that do?
It takes your +2 back down to +1.
Okay.
Not so bad.
Yeah, not so bad, especially because you can boost it back up with that item again.
that card again.
And the
Yeah.
dude.
The dude.
The dude.
And
But
then
you
do the
still,
other thing.
it just says as long as you resolve a location encounter, so you do get to do observation -1. All right,
Okay.
sweet. And now you get an artifact, and we go on to the final part of the adventure, Proof of Innocence. Let me find you an artifact. Oh, that's this magic item deck. It's the Shining Trapezohedron.
Trapezohedron. Okay. It's another action one.
Nice.
Good.
When this card enters play, place the adventure token on Cairo. When this adventure is completed, advance the active mystery by 2.
Ooh,
so we get 2 free tokens on here. That's great. After an investigator resolves a location encounter on Cairo, he may turn over the museum thief to the authorities and prove Eric's innocence. If he has the Eric Weiss unique asset, complete this adventure. So you have to go to Cairo,
Okay.
do a location, and then we get
But he
2
has to
hits
do it because he has Eric
because
Weiss?
he has it,
Yeah.
yeah. Or he can. I think he can pass Eric Weiss to someone else, but that's actually a pretty great reward. All right. Encounter. Where are you?
Right here, clue, research.
Ah, yes, research. And that looks like No, it's a city.
City. You watch the house of a known Starry Wisdom cult member and wait for him to leave. Observation 2. Ugh. Gravy.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
If you pass, you find his journal and learn that the cult worships a winged creature with burning eyes. Gain
Yeah.
this clue. Hooray!
Sweet.
We got a clue.
That's that one on the board.
Nice.
I got 2 clues.
And where did I go? I went to Alexandria, where I am going to... I'm going to have that encounter, then hunt for a cultist.
Nice.
Alexandria. And thank you for uncursing me because I get to roll all my dice now.
Okay.
An ancient man in the Rakotis quarter suffers from a wasting disease. He teaches you old magic. Gain 1 non-incantation spell. If you spend time with him, he will teach you more. You may gain 1 illness condition to improve lore. No thanks, I'm good. I got 3 spells and 4 lore. I don't need nothing wrong with me. That was great. And now I will spend a clue to hunt a cultist.
Wonderful.
So I must find a cultist in the bag, please.
Okay.
And then I will...
Can't you just use...
Here.
There he goes.
Yeah. Yes, we can just use the stats on the card here. I just wanted to see... It literally says, use the cultist information as listed on the Ancient Ones sheet. So thanks, Nikki, for pulling that out of the bag for me.
Did I put it back?
did not need you to do that ever again.
Wonderful.
So I will... A cultist ambushes me. I must roll will 3 dice. 4 dice because I'm in a city with my urban guide.
Nice.
Yeah, this is really helpful.
Yeah.
Wow. And so that puts an Eldritch token mystery advance on the guy. And the cultist disappears no matter what. But we've got 1/4 of our mystery completed.
Okay.
So does the clue, what happens to the clue?
I guess I just spent it. I don't know why I put it on there.
How many do we have to get to clear that?
4.
4.
But
Okay,
we
got
will
it.
get 2 if he proves Eric Weiss's innocence. So really, we only have to
Sweet.
fight
No
one
pressure.
more cultist.
No pressure.
yet.
Where are
Yeah.
you? You're at Heart of Africa.
Right.
Are you trying to get this clue?
I think I want to try to get the clue because
I
a
think
lot
you
of
do
good stuff
too.
happens if I get a clue.
Get a clue.
Oh, she gets 2.
I
Get a
have
clue,
because
get a
of
clue,
my special and this
What's that
known
one?
thy enemy.
You get an Eldritch token on. Oh, yeah.
Then
you are the clue
I'm
master.
I'm the clue
Alright.
person.
Yeah.
So
Wilderness.
Wilderness. Rumors of Brotherhood of the Beast activity lead you to several outlying farms. But the area appears to be completely abandoned. You take a look around to see if you can figure out why. So I do my observation, which is 4.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That one was
Okay.
fun for the last second.
Okay, so if you pass, you realize that the harvest has been decimated by swarms of locusts. Gain a clue.
Yay.
All right. And,
And
wonderful stuff
and
happens when I gain
That
clues.
means you gain a second clue for your ability.
My ability is after a research encounter. If you gained exactly 1 clue from that encounter, gain an additional. And then I've got to know thy enemy. It's a task. Whenever I gain a clue during a research encounter, place 1 Eldritch token on this card. Then you may flip this card.
So,
I probably want to
we
flip it.
don't know what
I?
it does, but do you want to flip it now? Or do you
wanna
want to flip
flip
it
it.
later?
Live adventures.
I've
Flip
had
it.
this
All right,
since
you're
the
right.
beginning of the
All right.
game, so
Go
I'd
for
like
it.
to see, and Lincoln's cards are always wonderful.
Well, I want to do the same thing. I just haven't done Alexandria. I haven't done a thing there yet, I don't believe. I've had to move away.
So, all the
Oh, that's where your map is?
It's other things are more important, which is fine.
Okay.
All the research you've done until now has led up to this singular truth about the Ancient One. With this realization, you have a new weapon with which to fight. Resolve the effect based on the number of Eldritch tokens on this card. So I guess I could have collected more tokens
Sure, but we didn't
before I
know.
flipped it. So I only have one, so we gain 2 clues.
That's still pretty
and
awesome.
then I have to discard this card.
Worth 2
Let's
clues.
not complain.
Worth
Okay.
2 clues.
Worth it. Totally worth it.
So here you go.
Since you have 4 clues now,
Yes.
you could let Lincoln and I deal with this thing in Africa, and you could go deal with this and or this, probably.
Okay.
If you want to head towards one of those, I would make that your next goal, to head towards one of those things.
Do I have to deal with this because I'm
Not
on
particularly.
that space?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no, it doesn't stop you or anything.
Okay.
All right, is that everyone's encounter?
She just looks
Yes,
away
it is.
as she's passing
Yeah, it's,
by.
high gate, I'll
Whatever.
see you later.
This is normal life now.
Right, it is, right?
so-
It's around a corner and down the alleyway. Yes, your turn for this.
Okay, it's advance it 1.
But we closed that gate, so no doom for that,
Right.
right?
Tentacles.
That's a monster surge. That is 2 monsters on every gate that matches this, which there aren't any.
Oh.
So instead, it's a new gate. So it
Okay.
will be 1 new gate and 1 new monster.
Right now.
Yes.
I do like the new gate of like
Sahara Desert.
tears.
Okay. And a
one
new
monster.
monster.
Or no, that's Snickers.
We've got a
A maniac.
maniac.
It's a maniac.
Oh no.
He's wandering the desert in his
Did you just
suit
eat a
and
lot of
tie.
pig chips?
All right, what's
And then
next?
there's a clue.
2 clues, as we now know.
Yeah. 2 clues.
Space 1
Wow. Seattle, no,
Anchorage.
Alaska.
and 21, the Australian outback.
Yeah, good eye, Mike.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, there's 2 down
An
there.
ancient looking man hands you a heavy object wrapped in worn strips of fabric. Removing the wraps, you discover a black sculpture of the pharaoh Nephrin Ka. Ooh.
Not good.
The messenger. Event. Each investigator must resolve one of the following effects: lose health, 3 health, or 3 sanity. Impair 3 skills of his choice.
What?
Gain 1 bane condition.
What's a Bane condition?
Let's take a look. I mean, it isn't going to be good.
How much health?
Okay, the Bane conditions are the Curse, which I just got rid of, and Haunted, which has no effect straight up front, but on a Reckoning symbol, you flip it on a 1, 2, or 3, and we don't know what is on the back of it. Both of those can be gotten rid of by, like, the effect that Nikki used for me.
But that was a thing she had that she didn't have anymore.
Or if you gain a blessed condition, you get rid of these banes. But again, that's kind of random and we don't know exactly how to get that. It's not like you can just give yourself one. So that's one of your options on the bad card that we have
That
here.
was really awful. Well, I'm going to take my will down, I guess, and my observation and my lore.
Eek.
I know. But that's what I don't want to take. I can't. I go down
Yeah.
to 1 sanity. That would be bad.
No, I know.
You just gained back some stuff, but you'd be back down to 1 sanity as well.
1 sanity, but 3 health.
I mean, that's kind of. I would be at 4. I almost feel like I should do that, but
Well, I almost want to take a Bane condition because it's like
I'm afraid about
It's
the
trading
well, the
now for
insanity.
later.
It is trading
what
now
happens
for
if
later.
you go? I mean, is your character done?
Your character is done, but all your items stay on your space and become an encounter that another character can go to.
Oh.
Essentially, if they pass a skill check, which is on the back of your character card, they get all your stuff.
Well, this is the end of
But
this
you
round.
start
I
over
could
next
heal,
turn.
right, and gain. I'd have it be at 2 sanity if I went that route.
That's right. If you rest,
Which would mean I
immediately
could
next
do
turn.
one of these things as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that just because, I mean, having the die rolls
It doesn't
is starting
kill
to
you
get
right away.
serious. Okay, I'll put those back.
Yeah, I think that's.
Observation. Because these are not exactly simple to build back up.
No, they are not. I mean, you got very lucky
Yes.
building that many up.
Okay, and then I'm going to do this. Oof. That's terrible. You can do this. What did you do, Nick?
I
You do
don't
the same
know.
I
thing?
guess, yeah.
I'm doing the same thing.
Everybody's
Crazy.
going to be resting on the next round, basically. I mean, you don't need, or have you spent your stuff yet?
No,
You
if
can't.
it's either gonna, I either have to cast the spell to try not to die. I think I'm actually gonna take a haunted just to Just to trade now for later and see what happens.
Okay.
I mean, those bank loans all worked out fine for me,
Yeah.
right?
What do those haunteds do to you?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
They
How
have
much-
a 50% chance of doing something later every time a reckoning
50%
comes
is
up.
How much do I have to get rid of?
3 and 3.
Health and.
And sanity, yeah.
There's
All right.
no choice.
But resting is nice. All right. Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, stinky.
That's brutal.
All right. The messenger. Pass the token.
Okay.
That was the end of that turn. Unless somebody needs to go first for any particular reasons, but it doesn't look like it. So she's got a bunch of clues. She's going to go head to one of those things.
I have to rest.
You're going to do. You can still move and then rest.
Yeah.
You're going to do this with Eric Weiss, right?
Yeah. Which
And I'm
means I
go-
have to get to Cairo, correct?
Yes. Which means you have to fight the zombie before you can do another normal encounter there.
Okay. Well, I do have strength, so. Well, I don't know that it's a strength.
I think it's
a
actually
strength.
pretty easy. It's strength -1. You have to hit it twice, so it's not terrible. Since I'm the only one who's not 1 health or sanity away from a form of death, I will take this because certain random bad events hit the lead investigator.
Oh, okay.
So if
okay.
something is like the lead investigator loses a health and a sanity, we want that to happen to me and not you guys right now.
All right.
So just for that reason, I think I should take it. Yeah, but you should go to Cairo and fight that zombie if you can.
Well, I got one seafarer thing, which would get
Well,
me
then
to.
maybe I should go. Or you can't get there?
No, I
I'm
can.
right here. Oh, okay.
I'm in the Nile River. I could take a boat to here,
Here.
and then I can free move to there.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, I don't even have to do that. I don't have to spend anything. I can move one and free move to the other thing. I don't have to spend my ticket.
No, you don't. It's a
Yeah.
move action though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Everybody has a plan.
Yep.
Sort of.
I can just stay in Alexandria. I don't really want to go fight the zombie, so I guess I'll shop. Let me have 3 dice. 4 dice. Oh, the arcane tome or the ancient tome would actually be great for me. Or maybe the holy water
I'd
if I
like
get
to
a.
meet up with you.
I
There you go.
have 1.
Cool.
So I can get a bank loan.
Oh boy.
Don't stop
And go
that.
through.
The haunted bank loan.
And I could get the arcane tome, which gives me a massive bonus to spells.
You should. I mean, what else? are you
Oh,
gonna
it's
do?
so good.
Gain 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's +2. It gives me now. I have an
doing it.
effective 6 to 7 lore. Yeah, why not?
Doing
it.
I told you those bank loans don't hurt on nobody.
Sure, evil sorcerer
Wait.
carving your head.
Actually, I can try and
Hitman coming
try
in.
and pay back the bank loan immediately.
How do you do that?
It's an action on the debt itself. Local action, test, influence. If you pass, discard this card.
Okay.
My influence is 3. My urban guide is +1.
Yay.
Did I get
You
one?
did.
Yep,
I
you
can't
got a
see it.
6.
Nice.
See,
Okay.
I told you.
Yeah.
No problems.
No
All right,
sweat.
that was my 2 actions. And
All
I'll
right.
go to Alexandria and do a thing there.
All right.
What are you doing? You're moving somewhere
Yeah.
exciting.
But I gotta rest. So I can't be doing 2 moves.
No, well, it takes actually 2 turns to get to the
I'm all the
Himalayas.
way here.
Oh, I thought this was a path, but it's not.
No. So I can go here.
Yes.
I do have
A ship ticket.
A ship.
You might as well go here. She needs to go here for the clues, though.
Okay.
Although it's not like the reckoning things only come up every other turn or 2 turns or 3 turns,
She
so
still
it's
should
not
probably
like.
deal with it because I don't
there
want her
is-
to lose those tokens.
You're right. You're right.
It's either
You don't-
here or
remember,
there.
like you don't want to lose half of those
Exactly.
rounded up or anything like that. So I think he's right. Go here, spend your ship,
It's a free movement to here and then up
and
to
then
there.
the ship.
then my ticket.
Yeah, and then you can rest, and even then Kevin can trade with you on his turn if he needs
Right.
to.
Then I rest. So,
So you
I
get
gain
1 and 1.
1 and 1.
And do you have any rest
And
actions?
No. It's going to be a very slow process.
Then go.
Okay. I'm gonna move to Cairo.
Which is a full
Free,
move and
yeah.
then a free move.
Yeah.
So that's 1 action.
Then I'm gonna rest.
You can't rest where there's a monster. You can rest first.
Oh, let's do that first. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will flip this over. If I, do that there, and then I will roll 2. Cool. Okay, so I
Nice.
gain. I flip this card. I improve my. Let's do that. Might as well, and then flip the card again. I need 2 clues, guys. One of these days.
I know.
Well, I can give you one if we have to.
And then
Mentally.
But
that
this
is all
is
I'm
better.
doing. And then I will deal with the zombie if I can.
Yeah. 2
All right.
actions.
Yeah, I'm here now. Do you think it's better for me to improve my lore?
Well,
or
that's.
to get
I mean,
down
there's.
here and get another
I say go
clue?
get the clues.
All right.
There's no guarantee that you improve.
So I use my
everything.
move, and then I use my sea ticket to go the rest of the way to Sydney.
Yep.
And I will rest.
Yep. All right, a very restful turn for most of us. I'm having an Alexandria encounter.
Oh.
After visiting Pompey's Pillar, how historical of me, you see the Sphinxes again in your dreams. They ask you a riddle, lore, but this is only for spell effects, so I only get 5 dice.
Only.
If you pass, yes, they teach you arcane knowledge. Gain 1 non-incantation spell. I am a magical mystery tour.
It's like a spelling bee over there. You know what I'm saying?
I now have enchant weapon and forced learning. I can improve a skill twice when I improve a skill. I have lots of spells. All right. Oh, and now I spend my clue to hunt a cultist. So the cultist, as we
one?
decided, if I beat it, I have to fight it first. I have to test will, which is 4 dice. I only need 1 success to not lose sanity. I got
You
that.
got it.
Hey.
And then it is lore -1, which is 4 because my ally makes it 5. And again, I only need 1 success to
Got
defeat the
it.
cultist. He is
Yay.
done.
That cult is
We
down.
have, if Lincoln does his thing, which he might not do, but then we'll be done with that whole mystery.
2/3 of the way to winning.
Oh,
Wonderful.
And I didn't replace this when I bought a thing on my. Oh, that's a charter flight. You may immediately move up to 2 spaces when you
Nice.
get that.
Nice.
far. That ain't bad.
That is nice.
All right, Nikki, you are in a city.
I'm in a city.
You're just gonna have a city encounter?
Yeah,
Suppose that's better than nothing.
I'm gonna have a city encounter.
Why don't you explore New Delhi or whatever that is? Karachi.
Mumbai.
Kombucha.
Mumbai.
The flood, a
Could be
flood,
Agra.
not the flood.
Mumbai.
Okay.
All right. A flood has destroyed the library. You look through the sludge for a valuable item. So I'm going to observe with 4. Come on, yay.
Nice.
You observe
Lot
the
of
heck out of
successes.
that.
I observe the heck out of it. If you pass, you make an important find. Gain 1 tome, a unique asset, and 1 spell.
Nice. It looks like that was the Library of Alexandria, but it's moved to Mumbai.
It's a few thousand miles away.
During
That's why nobody
encounter
found.
phase.
I think it probably lets you. Yeah, it lets you ignore the monsters that you would otherwise have to encounter if you make that roll. Lincoln,
Okay.
you first get to.
Fight a zombie. Or
That's
is that
right.
a zombie?
First, it's a will roll.
Okay.
You roll. You roll your straight will, and you just need 1 success.
Yeah.
So you didn't get scared and lose sanity.
Because I'm Monterey Jack.
Now you're rolling strength
That's the
-1.
Oh, -1, so
Yeah.
4.
It's
1 hit.
Nice.
2 hits.
Two.
That's exactly what
Nice.
you need. Zombie is done.
Then I have an
we just-
encounter.
Then yes, you can encounter either the Cairo Gate or you want the adventure encounter, right?
Yeah,
The
let's
mystery
finish it
encounter,
off. Right.
which is you may turn over the museum thief to the authorities and prove Eric's innocence.
Wow.
You have the Eric Weiss unique asset. Complete this adventure. Advance the active mystery by 2.
Sweet.
All right.
That is fantastic.
2 down.
2 down. Last mystery to go. Thank you.
Do you have to get rid of Eric Weiss?
No, I
No,
get to keep
I
him.
mean, we proved his innocence. He's
Okay,
going to stick
nice.
with us forever until some monster eats him.
Yeah, right.
Now, if we don't awaken the ancient one, which so far we're doing just fine on, this will be the final mystery of the game, which we all have to solve this and win.
Okay.
Does that adventure token go away?
Yes, because that was involved with the mystery,
Right.
which is now done. Haunter of the Dark. When Professor Enoch Bowen brought the mesmerizing jewel home to Providence, Rhode Island, none could have fathomed its dark past or what nefarious manifestation of evil it held trapped within its light. It's got a real pretty picture
I
of
know,
a
it's
sort
scary.
of winged, flaming eyeball beast.
Yeah.
When this card enters play, spawn the Haunter of the Dark epic monster on Arkham.
Is that from in here?
No, it's a special one set aside. I'll
Okay.
find it in a second. It cannot lose health unless the active investigator, that's the person who's taking their turn, has the Shining Trapezohedron artifact.
Dude, that's the one I got.
Oh, sweet, though.
That's the one that I
That's
got.
lucky.
Yeah,
that-
that was the one I was hoping to get rid of.
Okay.
Trapezoinky
That is pretty blind luck that you got that one, but here's what you would do if you didn't have that.
Uh-oh.
If an investigator ever would gain an artifact, he may gain the Shining Trapezohedron artifact instead.
Okay.
So
Oh.
anytime you would gain like a powerful item, you could just pull that one from the deck.
Okay, cool.
But we did get pretty lucky and pull it first. At the end of the Mythos phase, if the Haunter of the Dark epic monster has been defeated, solve this mystery. So all we have to do is defeat this gigantic monster.
What's his hits and stuff?
It is -2 to your will, and then up to 3 sanity loss, depending on how many fails or successes you get. So
Gosh, I can't do that yet. You can.
yeah, but we're not so good at fighting. Then it's only -1 from your fight, your strength. His toughness is players +2, so 6 damage to kill him. When resolving the strength test, roll 1 fewer die for each sanity you lost from the sanity test.
What?
Oh, that's crazy.
The good news, I suppose, is that he's not physically or magically resistant, so all your weapons will count against him. But we basically need to get we need to get you as sane as possible and get the biggest weapon possible onto you, I think.
I
But
could
then
probably
do I
it
also
too.
have to
Or
have the
both of you.
trample? Was it going with or only the
yes.
person? Okay.
Whoever is attacking him needs to
Has to
have
have
it.
it. All right.
So in fact, we almost all need to get there together.
Let's
So,
do it.
he's on our-
Rockapella.
The professor brought back a mysterious artifact, and now America is in danger.
Do you need to have that card out?
It's here.
Okay.
It literally just
'cause you
says.
had the one over there. I was
Oh,
just
sure.
wondering.
It literally is just place the monster there, and if it's gone, you win.
Okay.
So this holy water gets you +5 strength,
That is actually a great thing that we should buy.
and the
The
45 gets
is
you a +3.
You only get one of those though, so it's whichever is higher. But the holy water is like a nice grenade.
So,
but
holy
discard this.
It's a one thing.
It's a one-off.
Oh no, wait.
Discard
it's
this
discard
card
or
to
dis-
choose
Oh,
an
that lets you do a
investigator
bless.
on your space.
Oh, okay, wait. Yes, that was your encounter.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kevin's encounter.
All right.
That's good.
I'm gonna go. I'm in Sydney. I'm gonna do the clue encounter, or do I want to up my strength?
There's no automatic thing. It's in the
It might
city
be
encounters
that.
anyway.
But we're okay with clues right now, right?
We are.
I mean, I've
even-
got 2. She's got 4. You've got 1.
and we have our end game goal in sight. This actually might be the right time to
Rest.
trade. I was going to say trade clues, and if Kevin is our Excalibur guy to go kill the beast, then he might actually use clues on rerolls. You can't just hand it
No, I
to
can't
him.
hand
Yeah,
it.
please.
You have to be in his space.
We gotta be in the same,
But
Screw it
same
out.
spot.
remember when I said using clues for rerolls is not that great, but if it's going to win us the game by destroying the
be great.
beast, it's not a bad idea terribly. Or the Haunter of the Dark, sorry.
Well, he should try to gather the clue then.
Yes, he's already there.
All right.
He doesn't have much choice. He wants a city encounter.
You visit with a world-renowned cartographer, and he gladly shows you the maps he has drawn of the passages and chambers within the Great Pyramids. Gain this clue. Hooray! You hastily make copies of the maps for your own collection, and -2 observation. If you pass, the copies prove useful, and you gain 1 additional clue. All right, so this is an important roll here. 1 die, please.
So you already got
Already
a
have-
clue.
So you get this one.
I get 1 for sure, so we get that one. I have 2 observations. That puts me at 0, but you get 1.
So 1 chance at
What?
nicely
What?
done.
Come on now.
Yep, yep.
Crazy.
All right. There you
That goes here.
go. Now it's you. Oh, you were the.
I was the
Excellent.
start.
And, and Mythos card.
Oh boy, Mythos.
All right, it is Visions of Past Lives. But first we move that to green,
Ugh.
which moves Doom to 9 based on our
And
one green
monsters,
gate.
right?
No, then Reckoning. This is all.
But no monsters come out because of that? Gate.
No, that's just Doom. Monsters come out when a new gate opens or when there's a monster surge
Okay.
symbol.
Oh, okay.
Only new gates and monster surges. This just advances Doom.
I'm as doomed as doom can be. Well, darn it, that means I can't get rid of...
Why, what does
maybe
that
it was
do?
the other one that let me do that, yeah. Because I think one of these lets me, by spending this spell, we get to bump back the...
Doom track.
yeah.
Oh, look, that doesn't even matter right now.
That might
Yeah,
be
we
how
got
far
a
it
lot
is.
of room here.
Okay.
The reckoning symbol is going to have a lot of bookkeeping. So
Yeah.
first, it's monsters.
Okay.
Roll a die, Lincoln. On a 1 or 2, the snake people sing their sweet Billie
stop
Jean
with the
song.
singing.
Are we?
Hold on. See there. Okay, let's try it.
Good lord! Don't know your.
Let's play strike.
I know.
Yeah, no kidding.
No.
Woo!
Good. We don't want to have
Stupid snake
unanticipated
people.
movement.
Serpents.
However, we all have to move towards the bent pyramid or else lose a sanity. Yeah, you might want to lose a sanity.
maybe the
You-
opposite.
well, actually, wait.
Lose a sanity.
Someone
Is
needs
this
to
even
go to Arkham.
important now that we know about this situation?
That's a good question. I don't think it's as important as it used to be.
Okay.
I'll move towards the bent pyramid. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm already right here. You're already right here.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has to move towards it, right?
Or lose a sanity.
I've only got 2.
Yeah, you probably should move.
Right, but I
Especially
especially have to
it
go
just
backwards,
goes,
right?
Yeah, that's fine.
If I lose a sanity, I'm down to 3.
Where do you really want to be is the question.
I don't know where
yeah,
I
yeah,
should
that's
be anymore. I was heading
You
to
were
the
heading there.
Himalayas, but now it's not so important.
The thing is about to happen, but I would guess that we have many turns before it loses us the game. So, I mean, I guess we can ignore it for now. I would say go ahead and do it, because look, it's going to move you here, and then now we're all in this area and we can trade items and prepare for the end of the game.
Okay.
So I say sure.
Spent a ticket and then came back. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Then the call of
Yes.
the pyramids was too much for
All right.
you. Actually, wait. She should go. Actually, she could go here or here, but this is this better distance, I think.
Okay.
Because she's closer to us. Okay. Monsters, Ancient One. Then this one loses a token.
There's still 2.
It's still quite a few, yeah. It's at least 2 turns, if not probably 4 or 5 away. Then this one, search the expedition encounter deck for the Himalayas and return it to the game box. Oh, I see. Okay. We take all the Himalayas ones out.
Okay.
We have a long time on this one. Then it's now Tunguska because that's what's on top of the deck. So then we take all those out. Then whatever the next one is, we take all those out.
Okay.
So it's when this deck is empty
We're good.
that we lose the
we're
game.
good.
So we just
it's-
set this
It's a
aside?
long. They're out of the game, but this is a long clock. We don't actually need to worry too much about that.
Is this a reckoning?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what he just
That's
did.
what I just did.
Don't we all have to deal with a bunch of reckoning stuff?
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
But these ones
It's
happen
the
before
order.
it's the
Okay.
order. These cards, it's creatures,
Yep.
God, cards, now us.
Okay.
So, luckily, I don't have any bank loans. I do have 3 things to do. I have to test lore for my forced learning spell. Someone give me. I actually get 7 dice.
Wow.
It's nice for
No,
you.
6. 6 because I have +2 for my arcane tome. So we're probably not going to find out what would happen on that one.
Nice.
Now I test it again for my enchant weapon spell. I don't know what this will do, but I'm probably still okay, just
Yeah.
barely. And now haunted. On a 1, 2, or 3, I flipped my haunted
Hold on.
condition.
Missed one.
It's only a 1. It's only 1, 2, or 3.
Whoa!
On a 1, 2, or
Well,
3, I
that
flipped
was
my
too
haunted.
bad.
Oh my
On a
God.
1, 2, or
What are
3,
you
I
doing?
flipped my haunted condition.
5.
Woohoo! All right, I don't do anything. What do you have?
This spell.
Test lore -1. Roll
Yeah.
2 dice.
2 dice. Can this?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Nope.
No.
Oh wait, no. It's
was hoping
it's not a
maybe.
spell effect. It's just testing.
Okay.
Flip it. Let's see what
Snake
happens.
eyes. All right. Shroud of Shadow. Resolve the effect based on your test result. I had 0.
Yep.
Shadow fades and returns without your control. There is no telling when it will leave you. There's no telling when it will leave you forever. If you rolled any ones, discard this card.
Yeah,
Eh.
you lose it. Big deal.
Not
I
bad.
was.
No.
I don't care.
It's not bad.
All right, Lincoln. What reckonings do you have?
First I can do this one here. The idol reveals that I flip this card. Improve one skill of your choice, then flip this card. Let's do the lore, since that seems to be the work here. And then I flip it over again. Gosh, that's so cool. Too bad we don't have reckonings happening more often. And then this one's another spell. This one's the glamour one. It says trade, but when reckoning happens, it says test lore and flip this card. So it's a weird one. Ooh, okay. So 0. You cannot remember the words. Perhaps the magic transferred to another. If you rolled any ones, discard this card. There it goes.
I think that's a lot of the spells are just, they'll go away eventually if you can't.
I was hoping that we could use the one, whatever it was to, it was this deal. No, it's the artifact. I don't want to do that. What was the one that let you spend the skill? It's the cryptic text, probably. Yeah, you discard
What did
one
that
spell
was?
card to discard one gate of your choice on any space. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have plenty of spells. If you need some, I can just give you one.
Okay,
so
cool. Well, we should try to
that's
do
not that important, though. I mean, again,
Yeah.
we're looking at the end of the game.
I've lost
that
it,
is
so
good.
it's not a big
All right.
deal.
No, but I have 4.
Yeah.
What do you
I don't have any.
You're a non-reckoning kind of guy. All right. That was this. A gate does open. Next gate. This
Okay.
may be anywhere on the board because I think we've done all the Egypt ones. Tokyo.
Tokyo.
And a monster for Tokyo, please.
Godzilla.
I don't know. That'd be cool if it was something
If this
thematic
vision
like
is
that.
true, you have confronted the Dark Pharaoh many
It's a
times over the course of many lives. She has a reckoning ability for next time.
Witch.
Each incarnation has been preparing you for this final battle, visions of past lives. The lead investigator tests will, which is 3. I'm no longer in a city, so it's just 3. Then he improves a number of skills equal to his test result. Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
1.
And because of my forced learning spell, when I improve a skill, I get to improve it again.
Nice.
Sweet.
So,
Strength.
I guess, in case I'm the guy who goes to fight.
Yeah,
I
Just in case. I mean,
that's my
that gives you
max.
3.
Now I'm at max 3. All right.
I mean, that's your
decent.
weakest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Not going to complain.
So you think you're a tough guy?
Well, I'm
That's
as
right.
tough as a psychic lady's ever going to be, I guess. All right.
Pretty tough.
I'll pass this on. Wait, does anybody need to go? We're all here. We can all trade if we get on the same space. It may be worth doing. I am guessing you got the kerosene.
I also have an action that you and a monster on your space each lose 1 health, so I can take him down 1.
That could not hurt, I'd say. And I'm planning on giving you my urban
not
guide.
your ward flesh.
My urban
flesh
guide
ward.
ally. This
Okay.
is a city, so he would give you +1 on every skill in a city.
All right, nice.
So we should meet up.
Are you the only one
When
with
do I-
spells?
At the moment, yes.
When do we have to deal with the when he tries to go for it? He needs to have the shining travel.
Whoever's fighting him needs to have
Because I was
that,
going to
yes.
just discard it, and so we can get rid of. No, I'm joking.
Let's not do that. I think it turned out to be the key to saving the world.
Oh, you guys.
Please don't throw it
I
away.
threw that thing
Do you
away
want
that we
this
needed
arcane
so
thing?
much. Well,
I've been trying to use it the whole game, and
I mean, maybe if we end up on the same space, but
Okay,
it's
it's
not,
not that
critical.
important.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else have something that they should give to Kevin?
I mean, I can
Besides
give,
that.
I can
I
give him a
have
clue if he's going to use them as rerolls. What was the deal that I needed clues for?
I got 4 already.
Oh, that was.
Oh, he's got 4. That's not bad. But he does. We want to
Well,
buff
you
you
want
up
it
and
to
get
be
like
even.
every success you
If
can.
anybody gives him 1, somebody else needs to give him 1 because it needs to be 2 so that he loses an even number.
It's one
If-
clue
if
per
there's-
roll.
if it's like lose half
Yeah,
again.
yes.
Hopefully that shouldn't happen again. Do you have any tickets? How far? Oh,
No, I'm not a ticket.
Shoot, I could even teleport him and we could try this turn.
oh,
We should.
All right, let's all get to the same space.
Yeah.
what space do you want to get to?
Well, we can all get
where we're
to
at.
here, right?
Right here, this city.
That's where we need to be to do this?
Yep.
It's not here?
I'll teleport him
Oh,
as an
okay.
action. I think we should all meet here in Johannesburg.
Okay.
But
But
I think you should go first. So then we can all move there,
sure.
give him items. He can collect these clues from Nikki.
Yeah.
And you can teleport me there as an action.
And then I can teleport you as an action. You'll have the encounter on the encounter turn. I can give you my guide.
He could buy the ticket. He could buy this.
That's only 2 spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're right. It's not really that far.
But the holy water, man.
Well, he's got the carrot. The holy water would be great, but one of us could buy it and give it to him as well. So he
okay.
doesn't have to buy
I'll
it.
get kerosene and a magical dagger. I can only use one though, right? In combat.
I'm just trying to figure out who should go first. I
I
mean,
can-
we need to trade in. You definitely need to give him the clues.
Sure, but I can gain some more clues.
That's
to
right.
Give him.
So you should go before him.
Yeah, it should start. with
But
Nikki.
yeah. No, but you don't gain the clues till the encounter phase.
And nobody can trade with me
Okay.
until we're all in the same space.
I can psychically give you
Oh,
clues.
right.
So we could.
I'm just gonna
I
sit.
don't know what the order is really. It's not that important.
Okay.
All right. You're first. Stay where you are.
Stay
Use your
in-
clue ability.
Do whatever you want, but stay.
Yep.
All right.
So here you go. Here's number 1.
Okay, number 1. Draw 2 clues. So I've got 9, and I have San Francisco. There's 8.
San
Nine's
Francisco's
right here.
sort of. Oh, they're both good. Yeah, 9.
You think
Just in
9?
case he gets up there.
What is it?
It's like the wilderness of Greenland. All right, that was 1.
Sure.
You can't. You could shop and try to get the holy water
Yeah.
How many items can I pass to somebody?
as infinite. There is
Really?
no limit, but he can just only use 1 at a time in combat.
Or I could rest. Or
Are you tired? I don't think you need it.
I have 2 health. Okay, I'll do the holy water. Sure, why not? That is my influence.
Yes.
So 3
try.
dice.
Yeah.
How do we trade with him if we're not on the same space?
I'm gonna
We
move
will
that.
be after he comes. And you move,
Nice.
then he goes
You
and
got it.
trades on his turn.
Yeah. So I got 2. So I can get
Do
the
it,
holy
absolutely.
water.
We might even just spend the whole turn preparing and do this next turn. We don't have to rush it this turn.
What's that?
Personal assistant.
assistant.
Oh, nice.
Alley. Gain
One
1 what's the
influence.
hand? Influence.
Yeah.
You may re-roll 1
Yeah.
die when resolving an influence test.
All right, so that was your 2 actions.
Yes.
Lincoln, I still think we all want to meet up in that city.
Yoberg.
Yeah.
How do I
Free
get there?
moves.
You're
You get free move to.
free move.
You're on the pyramid. Are you
you're on the pyramid. We're essentially. Oh, we are on the pyramids.
Oh, yeah, that's
actually.
right.
So it's just a
We should
free
have a-
move.
So actually, I don't know.
No,
It's
it's
2
only
moves.
It's 2
Once.
moves. I can't get
Wait,
there.
no. 1 and ship. Do you have a ship?
I do.
No. Oh, good for you. Then
That's a city, correct?
yes, it is
Yeah.
a city.
1.
That's me.
Oh,
Don't touch my psychic.
Come on,
lady.
Monterey Jack.
1 I bought all that time ago.
Yeah.
Never used because I never went anywhere.
That was 1 action.
That was 1. You can't trade with Kevin because he's not there
I should
yet.
rest.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because you're a fighter. We need your fighters rested.
Okay, Kevin.
I'm going to move to meet up with everyone here. And then trade is an action, right?
Yes.
So I'm not going to be able to rest, which is kind of bad because I'm at 4 and 2.
Let's just prep this turn. Just
Okay.
rest.
All right.
It's going to take me 2 turns there unless I cast a risky spell.
So I will rest, and then I get to do my canopic jar.
Next turn, I'll go first, trade you a bunch of stuff. Actually, I should go last and teleport.
This is
him.
will -1, so 3 dice, please. Ooh, got it.
2.
Flip this card. Since finding that jar, your dreams have been visited by the spirits from your past, offering your forgiveness. I can resolve 1 effect. Improve my influence, then flip this card, or gain a random ally from the asset deck, and then
Random
discard.
ally.
Could help you in combat. Random ally could be pretty
All right,
good.
I
Better
have
than-
to get rid of this.
Better than influence, unless he's charming some demon or something.
Were there some already good that we...
Well, like that influence one. Oh, here we go. The next one is an arcane scholar. Congratulations, you have +1 on lore.
I need that.
Since it's probably going to take me 2 turns to get down to you guys, I'm not doing all that much on this turn yet. I can just move to the heart of Africa. Maybe I could try to close that gate, unless that's too risky.
You know, I have this, the one deal where we discard 2 clues.
And what does that
and
do?
And it gets rid of a, let's see which one it is here. Is it the cryptic text? Nope, it's not that one. Is it the canop? Oh yeah, it's the canopic jar. You may spend 2 clues to advance the active mystery by 1, then discard this card. So would it do some damage to this monster or end it or?
It does. Since this mystery does not place tokens, it would actually reduce the damage we need to do to this monster by 2.
Oh, okay.
So
I need to
instead
get
of
another clue at some point.
6
It'd be 4.
toughness to kill him, it would only be 4.
Nice.
So that would actually be pretty great if we can get you one more clue next turn as well.
Okay.
I guess I will rest. It couldn't hurt. There's no monsters, so I'll go back up to my max. All right. You're the first player.
Yeah.
We're all going to have hopefully non-violent, peaceful encounters.
Sure.
And then next turn we have an actual possible tiny shot at winning.
All right.
All right. You guys are all in a city. I'm in
Yeah.
the wilderness.
So city encounter, right?
City encounter on these cards. City. Just preparing. Don't read it. You go.
You're right.
I didn't read it. I was looking to see if a city was on here. That's all.
You try to convince a notorious grifter to teach you some tricks, influence stuff.
Roll it.
Okay, so influence is 3.
Nope.
He taught you 9.
He takes your money and ruins your reputation. And I impair my influence.
Yeah, good. That's fine. Those rumors.
Yeah.
A shady figure offers to sell you a weapon. No questions asked. You speak with him to determine his motives. Influence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you pass, gain 1 random weapon asset from the deck.
Nice.
Always good.
Man, Eric Weiss would have helped me though if I'd
It's-
gotten a detained
Ooh.
condition.
Something.
It's a carbine rifle, +5
Carbine.
once per round.
Sweet.
Nice.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to go and I think we'll probably soften them up together. I imagine.
But the active player must have that item, so
Oh,
you'll have
that's
to
true.
trade it back and forth.
So I couldn't soften them up.
In fact, no, only one of you will be able
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah.
because we can't trade
But
once that
if one of you dies, the other one can
just
pick
picks
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Legends say that this cemetery is haunted. Exploring the headstones, you encounter an angry specter eager to share his story. The experience is nerve-wracking, but you try to listen. So I have to do a will check. 4 die, please. Yeah, booyah. If you pass, the spirit gratefully fades from view. Recover 2 sanity.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, good.
That is
Oh,
great.
that's good
so I
for
got
you.
1 that gets me back up to full. So perfect.
All right, I have fetid vegetation hides a forgotten graveyard. Hey, we're all exploring graveyards today. You try to interpret the writing on the stones. Lore -1. Yay.
Yay.
If you pass, you find the stone that marks a treasure. Gain 1 relic artifact.
Nice.
Oh.
If you fail, I didn't fail. Oh, that's a sweet magic sword.
Spear and magic helmet.
Magical relic, twin scepters. +4 strength during combat encounters.
Nice.
+4 lore when resolving spell effects.
That's good.
Wow.
Gee.
We're all getting buffed.
We
Now
are all
you're
finally
like-
getting buffed. We could I
Wow.
know.
You're
Too bad only
7?
one of us can fight us at a time.
You're
Yeah,
7.
but we can each
But
take a
he's
shot.
more- he's way
We
more.
can each get there and take a shot, right?
Only if we have the right thing, though.
me.
Oh,
We
you're
have to
correct.
do damage to it. All right, Nikki's gonna read a mythos card. If we can pray that this is the last one and we don't have to read any more after this.
No.
Seems short, though.
Well, hey, if don't complain.
We got a
Move
reckoning
this.
coming.
To the thing.
Blue. We do have a blue gate, don't we? Tokyo's blue.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Move the
Tokyo
Doom
Blues.
one. If it moves next turn, we get 2 Doom because there's 2 red gates. All right.
All right, then
Reckoning.
this red, the Reckoning.
First, roll for the snake people on a 1 to 2. We all move.
We don't mind
No,
if it moves us right now.
we don't actually, and it's actually we just have to choose
It's
one
5.
person. All right, good.
Oh, good.
I didn't want to deal with that. Wait, the witch has a reckoning symbol.
Yes, she does.
Each investigator who's cursed loses a health.
Anybody cursed?
No, I'm
No.
haunted, not cursed.
Not cursed
All right.
anymore.
Nope.
Yay.
Next, we all move towards the bent pyramid or lose a sanity.
Okay, well, we just come up here to the heart of Africa, right?
And I,
Move to the pyramids.
move to the pyramids. That's fine. That's fine.
It's the same distance.
It
as
is
you
the
were
same
before.
distance, and I'm going to teleport him next turn anyway.
All right.
All right.
Then it's people who have reckoning issues?
no one's on occult. No, then it's these cards.
Oh, okay.
This one, if one more comes, we're going to all lose 2 from skills. We actually need to win soon. This will discard all the Tunguska cards out of this deck
And move to the next thing.
and move to this. See if you find this Northern Lightsy looking space.
It's going to be in the north.
Here.
Antarctica.
It's
That's the
Antarctica.
south.
Yeah. All right. We still have like 4 more of those. So,
That
however,
goes to
we
you.
could lose that rumor, which would be sort of bad.
Okay.
All right.
Now people with reckoning.
Now people starting with you.
I have no reckoning anymore.
Great.
Hey, mysterious idol.
Is it improved
It's not
I may
Observation.
spend
It's
one
good
clue
for
to
him.
improve. Okay, but I don't want to spend
Mostly,
a clue.
yeah. No, you don't. You want to get 2 clues. When you get 2 clues, is that when you have to take a rest action and do that thing?
Yes, it's the
So someone needs to give you a clue.
canoptic jar. Canopic jar. Your turn, sir. Any? No, he didn't have any.
Oh.
Nope.
You.
All right. All right. Give me
There's 2
4. I have to test lore twice.
and 2.
This is for forced learning. I don't have
fine.
to see what happens with that
Yay.
one. And this is for enchant weapon. I might lose that one. Resolve the effect based on your test result.
Ones.
Oh, you have to flip it anyways.
Ones,
I
twos, and
screwed up
threes.
last time. That's a 0. If you rolled any 1s, discard this card.
All right.
I should have flipped
I know,
forced.
I want one
I
of
should
you.
have lost 1 sanity from forced learning last time as well
Okay.
as this time, but I'm still fine. Those are tough spells.
Is that good?
And nope. Now on a 1, 2, or 3, we find out what happens with haunted. Oh,
5,
good.
yay.
I still don't want to find out.
No.
All right. Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Nobody else has any?
Nobody else?
All right.
So
no
now
no
we
other
do
ones
the
on the board?
No.
Flavor.
No, the gate.
Oh, the gate. Ay,
Disc,
ay,
and then a
ay,
monster.
ay, ay, ay. London.
London.
Oof, at least we don't have to go through there to get the card.
And a monster.
This is a lot of gates, though. Yoigor. This is a pretty bad monster.
He is.
He's 4 toughness
4.
and -2 to combat. You definitely don't want to get beat up by
And
him.
he also is a reckoning guy,
Yeah, but-
so hopefully we...
Hopefully, we'll
Are we
be
gonna- are
long
we gonna
dead
be
or
done?
long alive by then.
All right,
All right,
so
now this.
Oh,
Oh no, the
Event?
Bermuda Triangle. Oh, read the text. Read the flavor.
these sudden these sudden thunderstorms have grown more common. Twice a day, rain that smells like seawater floods the streets, and cold winds that cut like glass threaten to pull doors off their hinges. Bermuda Triangle. Event. Each investigator rolls 1 die. Do you want me to finish this or
No,
find
we
out?
each roll one
No.
die.
Find out
Each-
the horrible,
well, no,
horrible
no.
thing. Okay?
She's first.
Okay.
On a yes or no?
Go ahead and roll.
Just
Read it.
6.
It's only on 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you roll.
Cool.
4.
4.
Great.
3.
Oh my God.
3. Come on. Come on.
What would have happened?
Do we want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
You'd have to move to space 8, which is not bad, and become delayed, meaning you basically
I
lose
can't
your
become
turn.
delayed.
You can't become delayed. That would have been okay.
Delayed.
But for the rest of us to lose a turn would have been not so
I
great.
can't. Eric
Okay.
Weiss won't let me be delayed.
That's
either.
awesome. So
That's the end of that.
we made all our rolls anyway.
Could have sped this up.
All right. Yeah, I know.
Who wants to go first?
Okay. Lincoln needs 1 more clue.
Sure.
All the rest should go to Kevin.
So I should be first still?
I think you should, because you probably should give him 1 and him 3, and that's your turn.
Okay.
And then
So-
you'll do your thing by resting
Right. And then.
and giving
recoup
him an
my
item,
health.
and then I will come to
He has to
you
give me the
and
trapezoid.
Yes.
So that's
Oh,
an
that's right.
action giving
Won't be
clues?
healed.
yeah, it's trading.
Okay.
Trading whatever is an action. Yes.
All right. So here we go. I stay first, but I can't split these up. I have to give everything
To one person? Oh, yeah.
So what?
Well, yeah, right. You can't take the same action twice.
So I give a pile to Lincoln, and then Lincoln passes the pile.
What he passes
We
whatever.
can pass them
So that's
around the
one
table.
action, though. She gives me the magnifying glass and the clues,
Yes.
then she still has another action.
Yes.
So she can heal or whatever.
Okay.
Rest.
Great. Well, should I do that or put some clues out on some more clues out on the board?
I'd say close
We
the
got a lot
gate.
of clues at this point.
All right. So you get 4 of those clues, and you're gonna get the magnifying glass.
Okie dokie.
And then I rest, I guess. So health. 3, 4. Yeah. Oops. It's tiring passing clues around.
Okie dokie.
Done.
I'm going to give Kevin the trapezoidal or whatever, trapezohedron, and then the magnifying glass. Which was that? What did that do? It's once per round, you or another investigator on your space may spend 1 clue to reroll any number of dice. Any number of dice.
Any
Yeah,
number
pretty
of
awesome.
dice.
It basically
you
gives
can
That was
him
really
reroll.
great.
One
per
awesome
round.
reroll,
Yeah.
and then one spend
And
all
I'm
your
going to
crap
rest,
reroll.
spend 2 clues, and put 2 wounds on our guy.
Oh, I
And then I
forgot we
discard
talked
this
about.
card.
Is it automatic or is there a skill check for it?
So that's what it says. You may spend 2 clues.
What does the front say?
Oh yeah, I gotta do the thingy. I gotta do the thingy.
He's getting excited.
I
Yeah,
am
but I
getting
think it's
excited.
observation, so it's really easy for him.
I hope so.
What?
Yay!
Yay.
Wow. It's not
Nice.
observation, clearly.
No, it's will.
I thought it was observation.
No,
Okay, so
observation
yes,
would be
now you flip
styling.
it over.
Yep. Well, that's tossed. Spend the 2 clues. Add 2 damage.
So it's actually this.
Wounded already.
He only needs to take 4 damage to die.
That's
Sweet.
great.
Yes. That was your 2 actions?
Yes.
We're gonna win.
You gave him everything. I know we really might. Don't jinx it.
Okay, sorry.
All right. I think
I don't need to move.
you do. Because if you come to me and trade, I can give you this ally,
Okay.
which is +1 to everything in a city.
All right.
Nice.
Oh.
So that's your 2 actions, and then on my turn I can
Move
teleport
and trade.
you. Move and trade.
Okay, so I'm
You're
coming to
suiting
the
up.
pyramids. Wait, where are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at the pyramids.
You're here.
Yeah.
So I'm here.
So 1 and 2.
1, you're trading, give me
I don't have
this.
anything else good to give you, but then that leaves me actually take this too, just in case, I suppose. You never know if he's gonna make you lose stuff. No, wait, I need that for the spell.
If you're in a city space, investigators on your space roll 1 additional die when resolving tests, except for when resolving otherworldly character. Okay. Okay, so the Shining Trapezohedron, just to clarify, the action for this card is choose 1 monster on any space and roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard that monster. On a 1 to 4, move the monster to your space. We can't do it on this guy?
No, because he's an epic monster.
Okay.
He's just too buff to do it.
All right.
Yeah, I guess if we had a really bad monster that we had to get rid of, that would have been handy, but
Okay.
nothing was really
we
that
couldn't
bad.
get rid of it
No.
anyway.
so
that
I
was
moved,
what
I traded with you, I'm done.
Oh, that's right. You're right. We don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yes, so, and I think all I'm going to do is teleport you, but I have +4 lore when resolving spell effects from this, and that's so I have 8 lore, 7 to plumb the
There's
void.
6.
1 more. All I need is a single success. Hopefully, I don't teleport you into a volcano
Oh
or
my gosh.
another
Belly of this
dimension.
beast right here.
Shush.
I'm plumbing the void with my magic psychicness.
Plummet.
I have
Okay,
Wow.
good.
Nice.
4.
6, 6,
Wait, I have to flip the spell.
5.
Resolve the effect based on your test effect. 0. The portal closes abruptly, nearly severing you in half. The chosen investigator loses 3 health.
Oh, God.
Eek.
1 to 2, I would lose 1 sanity. 3+, which I did. More than just warping space, you also manipulate time. You may perform an additional action.
Oh
Nice
my
for
gosh.
you.
So you go there, and now I have 2 more actions, of which I don't really have anything
Shouldn't
to do.
you head over there too? Since you've got.
He doesn't have the trapezoid.
I don't know. I don't have.
Oh,
Doesn't
the
really matter.
trapezoid.
But I could. I mean, I don't know.
It's not going to get you there.
I might as well move and then rest or something.
You
right?
could go this way and head to that clue if it's...
Well, that's still
Yeah.
I'll go here and buy a sea ticket is what I'll do.
Okay.
There you go. If I need to sail across the sea, I'm
You can get
prepared.
there.
All right.
All right.
All right.
You can't go there anyway.
No, but I can go if I need
That's
to.
3 though.
But I can buy another one next turn
Okay.
and get
Oh,
all the way
yeah,
there if
that
I
was
really,
bad.
really had
Yes.
to. All right.
Can we bypass this part and just get.
No, let's play out two encounters before we see what
It's gonna be
happens.
bad.
We
You
all have to
are
do
because what
encounters.
if it's like all investigators have to move somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
This is
then it's your
terrible.
fault, Nikki. All right. You're in the heart of Africa. Do you want to close the gate or have a wilderness encounter? This is probably less bad.
Okay.
Wilderness.
It's wilderness. Okay. I hear shouting from inside of a crypt and try to move the stone door. Oh my goodness. It's my strength -1, so I have no dice at all.
You get one by default, even if it
Okay.
goes to 0.
And here we go. Get that out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Donut.
failed.
Your arms break.
My arms break. I'm so weak. If you fail, you cannot save him. Gain a despair.
Oh, just like that guy you
condition.
let fall off the bridge.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not any good
You're not
at
really good at
saving
saving
You're really
people.
not very good at saving people.
I'll rescue you. Oh, my arms. The guy fell off the bridge
awesome.
is worse.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You scrape away years of moss and lichen from the stone altar, uncovering a series of prehistoric symbols. You think you can interpret the carvings. Check my lore. If you pass... Okay, don't need to worry about that yet.
Did you do it?
Ugh, no.
No.
But it says if you pass, you gain 1 clear spell, but otherwise... no.
All around the
Okay.
world, your friends are failing at things
Well,
while
thankfully
it's all up
he
to
didn't
you.
get a negative detriment. Think of.
Oh, it was just nothing. You just didn't
Yeah.
get it. All right.
All right, I
Kevin's
have a
encounter is a
city-
monster.
City. Oh, I have to do the monster?
Yes, you have to do the monster first, so
Alright.
the city won't matter if you do it successfully.
Alright.
It's also possible that you just damage the monster and that
Okay.
we continue on.
Okay, now let me ask you a couple of questions about this encounter.
Alright.
So I have the kerosene, which I'm probably going to want to use because it's +5. I can only use one item, right?
Which is the biggest bonus.
Yeah, that's
yes.
the kerosene. It's a one-time use.
Yes.
It's a +5 to my strength, which is already 4. So that's 9. Because it says +5. It doesn't say up to 5.
Right.
So is that 9?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, with the magnifying glass, I can re-roll any number of dice.
Yep, all of them if you need to.
Yep.
And then that just takes one magnifying glass.
Yes,
You can only
that's
do-
why we
But
gave
then what
you-
are the other magnifying glasses for?
They are single rerolls for every
one
other
for each
failed
die. Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Don't forget the ally I gave you actually makes it 10
yes.
dice, so you're already at
That's correct.
10 to start. However,
This
the
is
first
7.
thing that happens is what's your will?
4.
You must roll 2 dice
Hold on.
because
It's
will
5
mi-
actually. No,
yes.
no, it's 4. It's 4.
No, it's
This
5.
is lore. This is lore. Oh, what are you?
5 for the ally that I gave you. The urban guide is
Oh,
+1
okay.
to every skill
Oh, for
roll.
everything. Okay, so it's 5.
So it's -2, but you roll 3 dice. So
Okay.
it's 5 minus 2. If you succeed, now you can also use clues on this.
Got it.
Because for every failure here, you're going to roll 1 less on the strength test.
Oof.
Okay, well, we got 10 though on it.
And for every failure here, you're going to lose sanity.
Okay, I've
Okay.
got full sanity, so I'm
All right.
feeling good.
So you do want definitely some
But I need to have
success.
one pass to get past this, right?
You actually don't.
It's just one roll.
You could lose all 3 of your sanity and live, but
all right.
then you're losing 3 dice off it. Actually, we're in pretty good shape here.
Are we
I hope
ready?
so.
3 dice on the will.
Do it.
Oh,
That is
and
0.
We got nothing.
So how many clues do you have altogether? Oh, yeah.
I got
7.
6, and then 7 for the magnifying glass.
Roll
Let's
Because he's now lost 1.
Well, I could use magnifying glasses on this if we want to.
well, he's at 7 dice. I would save the magnifying glass for the big roll.
Yes.
Yeah, but we could use these. I mean,
We
for
could
the
use 1 or
rerolls
2.
here on this one.
Let's use 1 or 2 here.
Okay.
Or do we want to? I'll put
Take
this
some
back up.
sanity back.
I'll take them all, and because we're still rolling, and then we'll
Roll
resolve
2
based
and
on
then you
them.
just get rid of
So
Okay,
these are
very
going.
good.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Nice. So I lose
So you lose 2
2
sanity, and now you're down to 8 dice instead
Got
of
it.
10. We're
Okay.
still okay, I think.
8? I
think?
thought he had lost 1 because he rolled twice.
He got 1 success out of 3 on
So
the
for each failure, I
on
lose
the
a
will
die.
test.
Okay.
Yeah. While resolving the strength test, roll 1 fewer die for each sanity you lost from
Yeah.
the
So
Okay.
that's 8.
test.
So we have a possible full reroll and then 4 single dice.
Yeah,
we can
4.
reroll.
So if you roll 4 hits on this 8, game over without any rerolls.
So we need
Yay.
4 hits total.
Come on.
That's all we need.
All right.
And I'm sorry. Wait, stop.
2, 4,
He's -1, so you actually only get 7 dice.
Eek.
It's getting worse all the time.
It is getting worse all the time. All right, but it's doable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
We
over.
did it. We did it.
It's done.
Take that.
That's it.
Haunter
How's
of
he
the
do it? How
whatever.
did he do that?
Haunter of the Dark
There
is defeated on one single amazing roll.
Taco Town. Yeah. Fist bump.
Yay, yay,
We have
yay.
Boom.
That's it. We've completed
boom,
3
boom.
mysteries. At the end of the mythos, actually at the end of the mythos phase, I have to have my encounter and we have to complete the.
okay.
We still
All
could
right.
possibly
Where am
somehow
I?
crazily-
I'm in Rome. I have to have a Rome encounter
When
to
in
win
Rome.
the game. That's not this one. It's this one. And then we have to do the mythos phase. We have to go through the card.
Why?
Because that's what it says.
Boo.
The staff
do it.
at Sapienza ask you to provide a lecture for their students. Roll lore. Give me 4 dice. If you pass, I get to improve a skill of my choice from the
Yay.
grateful
You
students.
passed.
Yay, I picked this random skill and now it's
some-
+1. That's it. All right. Now mythos. I know, watch it be the worst thing ever.
Right. Take back.
Move that to red.
It
All
was
monsters killed in the
all
last
a
phase come back to
dream.
life.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 red gates, we said, right?
Yeah.
There was another one. Yes. 2 doom goes to 6. We're going to have to process reckoning effects.
Great.
All right. This one's not going to matter. Let's just say what's not going to matter.
The witch.
No one's cursed. We can all move towards the pyramids. Let's just move. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Wait, didn't
Let's
you
head
get a
up to
curse
the
last
horses.
time?
I
She's
do now.
despaired.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm despaired.
She's
I'm
despaired.
spared, I'm not cursed.
I'm gonna lose a sanity.
Lose a sanity.
No problem. You get plenty of
Sorry.
time. You're pretty sane.
We're doing it. Oh wait, we all lose 2 from every skill from this rumor.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. On a 1, 2, or 3, we find out what my haunted does. Ghastly follower. Wherever you go, the phantom follows, always watching you. The spirit never leaves your side, even in public. Each day, you hear the shrieks of horror from anyone who sees it. Lose 1 sanity and impair influence. It's not that bad. Especially because I'd already improved influence. Whoa.
Whoa.
We discard another set of these, but we have at least
Yep.
3 left. I test a spell, and then at most I lose a sanity, so that's not going to matter. Any other reckoning effects? We moved this.
We did this one and this one?
I don't think this matters. It's,
This one just This one on a 1 to
Doesn't
2
matter.
moves 1 person.
Whoa.
It moves you here.
And this one
which
did
is
we
good.
do?
He keeps him out because he was supposed to go there towards.
What does this one do? Each investigator on this space or an adjacent space loses 1 health and 1 sanity.
No one's adjacent.
You were, but
Wait,
you moved
you're in
away.
Rome.
You were in Rome.
But I moved.
No, they had to move
so we're
towards.
good.
I moved
yeah.
from this moved first.
Good. Nothing happened.
Actually, no, this should move first, so I should lose a health and a sanity again.
Yeah, no problem.
Not going to kill me, so it
You
doesn't
continue.
matter. The haunted we did. I lost a sanity for my spell. We open 1 more new gate in Istanbul with 1 more monster that won't matter.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Or
gosh,
will it?
you guys are going to love this.
It's a skeleton.
The Mythos event, our game's almost over. Shuffle the Mythos deck, the deck you're never supposed to shuffle
Oh.
because the bad cards are all at the bottom. Then draw and resolve another Mythos card without resolving the Omen symbol if it has one. If this was the last card of the deck, it says you lose the game. But we do have to go through 1 more card.
Oh, come on.
Because it was a good show.
This is painful.
I know. It
Yeah.
is. But it's really all bookkeeping.
But
I
we're
don't-
we're resolving it
still
right
already
now.
at
We don't have to
6,
move and everything.
No, we don't. We ignore the movement symbol. We do another reckoning
Holy crap.
and another gate. All right, let's do the reckoning can't matter, right? We all have to go towards the bent pyramid. You go here.
The witch doesn't affect anything?
The witch only affects cursed people.
Yeah, nobody's cursed.
No one's here. Roll 1 die for this guy. No one moves
No.
for the snakes. I could lose a couple more sanity,
Yeah, you
but it's
could.
not gonna matter. This is for the ghost.
Did you
Nothing
hear
You're
that?
happened.
good.
This is for the spell.
Do you lose the spell?
I impair a skill unless I discard the card. Done.
Do you have to do anything with this one?
No, it's the one.
I think
where
that's the
it's,
one.
It's a
He
good
gave-
thing.
it's-
where
it's
it
the
doesn't
good
matter.
one,
It's-
yeah.
I
I'm just making
I
sure
just
that we
got it. I
don't
understand.
ignore anything important.
I don't have any, so.
Actually, I should do this. We already lost Antarctica. I'll just make sure that we've done this one right. There's still like 3 more pictures on here. Now we lose this Amazon jungle picture off of this card.
What does it look like?
Yeah, this one is a long time. We still have pyramids.
Where do we go to now?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I just
Put it
want
at
to
the
put it.
pyramids.
We still have like at least two more, if not 3 or 4.
We're good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these.
So I lose another sanity for my despair.
Okay. You're still okay. It doesn't matter.
I'm
We
at
still
3.
don't die or anything. All right. Reckoning. We did that. No one's on occultist space. She doesn't matter. Another gate. It's a good thing you don't lose by gates like Arkham Horror.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where's that? Arkham. Oh, good. And 1 more monster. and then
It's a fire vampire. No.
it could have been bad, but luckily we were doing well. The event is Desperate Times. Doom advances by 2 unless the lead investigator gains a Dark Pact condition.
Take the Dark Pact.
Either way, we have finished the Mythos phase. We have finished the third mystery.
Wow.
Take
We
that,
have
Eldritch Horror.
won the game. The
Yay.
Eldritch Horror has been defeated.
Woo!
Well done, everybody.
Awesome.
Take it.
Yeah.
So you've never played?
No.
I've not played this scenario, but this is our first time with that. But you've never played. What do you think?
It's awesome. I won the game.
Yeah, man, you destroyed the beast.
It's very cool. I love Cthulhu mythos and Lovecraft. So it's got that cool element of all that stuff. There is a lot to keep track of. Thank God you guys knew how to play and that Aaron was so steeped in the knowledge here, but that's a lot to keep track of. Look at all look how big this board
Yeah, I
is.
know.
Right.
Super busy, but I mean, it was fun. I like the cooperative aspect, and I like the fact that we were playing Strike in the dice bowl over here practically, but I mean, it's fun. It's a very globe spanning game, so there was so much to do. It was fun.
Nikki, what do you think about
Yeah,
this
no
kind of
kidding.
game?
I love Arkham Horror, and I love playing Arkham Horror with you because you're really good at keeping up all the books and the numbers and all that stuff. And I think you're probably the first person I've ever played Arkham Horror.
I think you're probably right. I think we might have all
Cthulhu
played it
stuff
together.
with. This one's got some streamlining going
For
on in
sure.
it for sure, compared to the normal Arkham Horrors.
The horrors.
You know, but you still have the portals. You still have to fight stuff. This version of the game is a bit faster because there's like in Arkham Horror, there's the portals and you get lost in time.
Yeah, and the outskirts and everything,
And the
beasts
outskirts and all of that.
There's so many little things to to
Yeah.
manage in the other game.
So there's
it's crazy.
a lot of
It-
little
yeah.
things that this just wipes away and says this is how we want to play with it. But you're still getting like the extra stories, the extra boards, some extra expansions to keep it going. So it still keeps all of that stuff. I like the idea of this buying stuff.
Yeah, it's
and
way easier.
Yeah,
Way
a
easier.
lot of those things are just
Yeah.
simplifications and
Right.
streamlines of Arkham Horror. Like there's
Yeah.
this in Arkham Horror, you have actual money that you collect
Right.
and buy things for certain costs. This is just so much easier.
And the-
for example,
and the beasts and all that. And I
Yeah.
really was enjoying all these extra little side things to work on rather than just running around closing up portals and fighting beasts. There's, the mysteries and all the other things that this game brings with it to kind of you have different things to fight and different ways to fight them. What else do I want to say? And it still keeps the characters, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To mess around with the characters. And I like the idea of doing the train tickets and the boats to
I
get,
only
Yeah, they-
finally
to get
used it the
around.
other
they
day.
handled the global travel very well.
I bought one ticket. I
Yeah.
used it
I
once.
used 2 or
Yeah.
3.
And then I ended up going back the next turn to the place
Yeah,
I just came
yeah.
from. But it's fun.
I don't think we had any sea encounters.
I don't think not
Kind of a
one
bummer.
actually. But they're really just on the way to get to other
Yeah.
places. It's just to give you something to do on those.
Can you play with more than one expansion at a time?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can play with any number of mixes. Of course, it's just you're
Sure.
making it more complicated for yourself.
There's
Why
more.
not?
Then
We
you
figured
got-
one was a good start.
Yeah.
You're like talking about all
Look at-
these cards.
yeah,
If
we
you
almost filled
add
this
more,
giant table.
We're not not even close enough.
But yeah, people do that crazy week-long, all-day-long
Oh, yeah,
thing
yeah.
of like, let's play with all of the expansions. I don't even know how you do it, but I just love this game. Okay.
What about you, Lincoln?
It's great. Lincoln. I mean, I've always loved Arkham since we first played it, and caved and bought everything on that. I have not bought everything on this yet, but it's basically I feel I want to do it. I love how it works. I think it's really awesome that the store follows us wherever we go.
Yep.
I mean, it's just weird, but it's easier.
It's a streamline. I get it.
Especially since you can dump one if you failed. That way, it can at least keep it changing. So it doesn't get choked up with junk. And I don't think anything's junky. It's just some things are definitely not as beneficial. But I think this game is really, really slick. It isn't speedy, but it's less mind-numbing, right?
That
is the thing that even though I love Arkham, it's the one thing that if we didn't have, you or Matthew running it, where you guys are really on it, like my brain would just turn to goo trying to keep track of all this stuff because it's just so much stuff.
And I mean, that I really like a deeply thematic and not very complex game, but a game with a lot going on is an attraction to me and not a turnoff.
Yeah.
But even I think this is a lot of bookkeeping. Like there are a lot of things to keep track of and a lot of moving parts, and I absolutely... Like, I can't think of anything right now that we missed, but if somebody pointed out, hey, you guys missed a little rule here or skipped a phase, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. There's so much stuff going on in Arkham Horror and this that it's just a lot of little bits and pieces, especially if you use more than one expansion or, you mostly use this expansion, but you decided to switch it up and use a different one next week, and then so you're unfamiliar with a lot of the new parts.
It does seem like you're going to play the game more though this time in this game. In other words, Arkham could end quickly. It could end horribly and quickly. Depending on what happens.
Yeah, this one sort of lets you play along for a certain amount of time.
You're going to be playing it for a while. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but you're going to play. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because in Arkham, a whole series of things can happen at once.
Sure.
That just it basically it's over, right? Because all these things just trigger one after the other. It's a little bit more pandemic in the when there's an outbreak as far
when
as
there's a cascading effect. Yes.
And this doesn't. Not to say that it couldn't do that, but it seems, especially since there's not as many gates opening, it seems that's the one thing that seems like the strongest difference as far as what happens in the game. This is the most gates we had at all. It's because we did 2 Mythos cards.
Yes.
I played Arkham where we've had a bunch of gates open, and there's monsters waiting out in the outskirts, so you can't
roam around very freely. Yeah, and the gates are hemming you in.
Yeah.
The gates are the main problem and victory condition in Arkham.
Right.
So you have to deal with them a lot more head on. Where here, I really like this mystery mechanic where you don't really know what you're going to have to do when the game starts. And of course it changes for every ancient one, but they also, we could play this same expansion again and have 3 different mysteries and have nothing be the same. I really do like that, as well as all the clue rumors being different for every ancient one. We only got to about 6 of these research things.
Now what happens if you lose all your sanity or you die?
Your investigator and all your items go into space like this.
As an encounter.
The encounter's on the back of your sheet, and it says what skill check the other people need to pass. You get a new investigator of your choice next turn. Okay. So you never die until the very end of the game. And really, it doesn't penalize you that much because all your stuff is still there for someone to go pick up. Essentially, you just have to pass a skill test to get the stuff back from your crippled or insane investigator who's not going to play the game anymore. They're just going to retire. But I think that's pretty cool too. In Arkham Horror, there are more ways to lose your items and have them be gone from the game forever. It doesn't always happen, but it's more possible. So yeah, it's definitely friendlier and lets
Absolutely.
you lets
you
you
get
go
to play
along.
the game for sure.
Yeah,
At least
exactly.
There's
it's less punishing.
Yes. And it doesn't seem to. I mean, I thought, oh my gosh, when we flipped another Mythos card without having dealt with anything, I was worried, right?
Well, and if we had been really towards the end of the game where this was down here, it could have been catastrophic.
Yes.
But we luckily had been speeding along fairly well, actually.
Yeah, it's weird. That's the big scary part of every turn is the Mythos.
Yeah, it is.
And that was a bad one to have come up. It wasn't that bad, but it still wasn't great.
And I didn't show you guys when I was building this deck, but the green cards, of which we only encountered one, are the worst cards of the deck.
That's that one.
So we got that one that was like where we all had to lose 3 health and 3 sanity, or impair 2 skills, or something else. That was the one really bad card. And as you can see, we were just getting down to the mostly bad cards in the deck. So the game was going to get harder and worse for us at this point.
Absolutely. It was weird.
Well, I don't know, because that got shuffled in that last one of those cards we got, remember?
Well, yeah, but still, this is what's left.
Sure, there's a lot of green cards in there.
What's left is getting worse. We've got,
Well, Aaron, thanks for telling us about Eldritch Horror
You got
Under
it.
the Pyramids.
I'm glad we got to finally save the world.
Yeah. Cool.